So what are you waiting for? Give us a call or head to the website, quoting item number 88888 and join Hochanda Freedom today.
Hi, I'm Ali Reeve. I'm from the company Stamps Away. Stamps Away is a family-run company with my husband and I. We create all things crafty, especially with a passion for mixed media. At Stamps Away we create a lot of MDF products because we have laser cutters and router cutters. We also create our own stencils and masks. We try and make everything we can in-house so that you've got all the materials you need to create your projects. If you're watching a show with me on Hochanda, you'll expect to see lots of different techniques, lots of ways of using the products that we produce, and it's all very much mixed media, so pretty much anything goes. So I hope you won't miss the shows on Hochanda with Stamps Away.
Hello, my name's Stuart and I'm the Managing Director of Oakwood Archer. Oakwood Archer is a family-run business and my son and my daughter work very hard with me to bring the best craft items to you in the UK. We specialise in high-quality items brought into the UK from all over the world, including brands like Kaisercraft, Spellbinders and Impression Obsession. Working with Hochanda is fantastic for us. It gives us the opportunity to bring all of these brands and all of these products from all over the world direct to you, the crafter in the UK. Our products include stamps, dies, papers, buttons, trimmings, ribbons and album making kits. Just about everything you need to be a good crafter. So please don't miss Oakwood Archer shows on Hochanda.
Hi, I'm Leslie from Chocolate Baroque, and we design and manufacture our own rubber stamps right here in the northeast of England. Our stamps are beautifully elaborate, very, very detailed, exquisitely etched, and the quality is next to none. So good that if you look after your stamps, we guarantee them for a lifetime. Whether it's stamping, mixed media or art journaling, join us at Hochanda for our journey into everything creative and messy, and see what you can create with our stamps.
Exciting news! For the 5th year in a row, Hochanda has been awarded the top accolade of Platinum Trusted Service Award from Feefo. These awards recognise businesses that deliver exceptional experiences as rated by you, our customers, and we're honoured to have been selected. The Trusted Service Award means you can shop with confidence, based on the reviews from over 60,000 Hochanda customer experiences. Thank you for your independent reviews. It means a lot to us.
Hi, I'm John Lockwood from John Next Door and Crafts 2. I've been with Hochanda since the very, very beginning, and I've been crafting a lot longer than that. My crafting journey's taken me through all different types of crafting, from stamping and die cutting to colouring and inking, and loads of different things. I've been working with Crafts 2 now for over 3 years, and they produce the John Next Door brand, distribute it and make sure that everything is perfect in that. This allows me to work with the fantastic Crafts 2 tools and products, as well as some of their other amazing brands such as 2J Stamps, Presscut and the Craft Artist range of glues and consumables and inks. I really find that this partnership is extremely strong and helps me bring out the best of my products and all the other products within the Crafts 2 stable and the ones that I design. So don't miss the John Next Door and Crafts 2 shows on Hochanda.
Hello and welcome. It's lovely to have your company. You are of course tuned into the Hochanda and we have got a lovely show. It's me and our Lou. Good morning, our Lou.
Good morning.
Feels like it's been ages since we've had a show together.
It is actually. I think it's been quite a long while.
I know, I say this to everyone, which makes me wonder how many shows I actually do, because I don't feel like I have that But anyway, it's lovely to have your company.
And you.
I know you've been busy this week, haven't you? You've had a busy old week this week.
I have a little bit, yeah.
Yes, yes.
It's been fun.
Yeah. Well, this is the thing, isn't it? And because I'm the same, I don't say no to things because it's like, oh, I like that. I like that.
And also, I think it pushes you out of your own comfort zone sometimes,
Yeah.
and you just go, oh.
Yeah.
I'm glad I did do that now.
Yeah. And you get some good stuff as well. It's like, oh, I like that.
I know, you just go, oh,
It's ace, isn't it? Now, I know you're a big fan of so much stuff we've got, because obviously we're talking about the Ranger brand. Under the Ranger brand, we have so many different products, not just Ranger actually, because we've got some Spellbinders, but we've got a lot of the under the umbrella of Ranger, haven't we?
Well, they do a rainbow of colours.
Yeah,
So, yeah,
yeah.
it did work.
It did work.
We do, yeah, because we've got Dina Wakley, we've obviously got Tim Holtz, we've got
Yeah.
Diane Reevely, we've got Wendy Vecchi.
Yes.
You know, there is so many, and Simon Hurley.
Yes, of course.
There are so many, and then Ranger themselves have their own range of products
Yeah.
that work alongside absolutely everybody's. And what's really nice, I think, about Ranger and all the designers in Ranger is they absolutely promote each other
Yeah,
and
yeah.
use everybody's products, even in their own making, and I think
Yeah.
that's wonderful.
Yeah, me too. Me too. A mighty brand. Okay, the Dina Wakley. Oh, I love her stuff. These stencils are seriously cool. Now, you are choosing two for £12.98. You've got 4 different options. So it's up to you what you're going to go for. And honestly, I love these. Look up, Dina, if you haven't already, look up, get loads of inspiration from her. I love her stencils because obviously for your mixed media, for your art journals, for just layering, these are so usable, aren't they?
They are, and Dina's thing is about creating background, not to have something in purpose, but then tear into them, cut
Yeah.
into them, die cut into them. You know, so you're making something you'd look at and go,
Yeah.
But that's not her idea. You know, you pick all these things up, layer them on top of
Yeah,
each other.
yeah.
The brighter the colour,
Yeah.
the better
Yeah,
as well.
we like her brights, don't we? Make your gorgeous collage. So we've got in here, the first 2 are your gusts and tornado, and you can see the tornado with swirls there. That's your first 2. The next 2 that we've got for you is your dollop and your wallpaper. Love it. The dollop is amazing. So you've got your dollop and your wallpaper. We've then got your beautiful the best heart, and then the circle faces. I love that one. I use that for... Oh, I should have dug my journal out for these. I've used that one, and they're absolutely cool. And then, last but not least, I need these. It's your ladders, and then what we do. Absolutely fabulous. Hold on. Yeah. Hold on. There you go. Spill. Spill and paint, paint and spill, colour and spill. Yay! See, where are you going there? £12.98. So you are choosing 2 sets there. The choice is yours. 501937 is your item number. So remember, it's 2 sets that you're picking. So you're going to get 4 stencils altogether. That is right, isn't it? Oh, you are getting to it. Oh, sorry. It is your pair that you're choosing. Sorry, I'm making that way more confusing. So you're choosing your pair, but your pairs have already been put together for you. OK, now, next. Already busy. You've got your embossing glazes now. These are already busy. You've got your 2 different options. So your first one, you've got your beautiful rusty hinge there. You've got your hickory smoke. And then you've got your peeled paint. They're just so gorgeous. Hold on, I'll chat in a minute. And then in your second option, you've got your vintage photo. You've got your walnut stain, and then the beautiful weathered wood. Love the weathered wood. Can you see the beautiful blue? Now, these are gorgeous because obviously they're going to mix and match with all the distress range as ever. But because they are a translucent embossing powder, it allows you to see under them. You're allowed to layer. You can do all sorts with them.
You can. Tim designed them because obviously he's all about layers and layering colour and everything like that, so that it wasn't a truly opaque.
Yeah.
So if you've created a background, you could then, so for instance, pink and blue here, if I then suddenly went on with a different colour, it's translucent, but it changes those colours as well, so it's like another layer, but then you've got a resist as well. So if you can then sit there and spray out, because the embossing powder acts as the resist as well, but They are lovely.
They are lovely.
They are.
I really like the colours, absolutely beautiful. So if you do want to go for those, £18.97 is your price. 715361 is your item number. Now, distressed a little bit, oh sorry, I am not awake yet. Your distress sprays. So we've got a pickled raspberry, picked raspberry, I know, love. And then you display, I love it, because Molly and me had no Leon eats picked. I know. Were it him? Oh, I ignore him though, love. I only hear you. So you've got your pickled raspberry and then your picket fence. I must admit, such good colours. I adore the picked raspberry because it's so bright and so fresh, but picket fence is essential.
Picket fence, yeah, it's a white or an off-white, because sometimes white can be very stark, can't it, as a contrast? It's an off-white. But I mean, the stains are your distress inks, but we would watercolour with our distress inks. This has got all the intensity of the colour. Without the water being added that we would normally do to create our, misting techniques with our ink pads. But they are beautiful. I mean, I have forced those to dry a little bit. I'm like you. You have to have it all around you and let it dry.
I like that. And the last one, that's mixing them together. So I've put it there so you can see the intensity's been brought down a little bit from the picked raspberry with the actual picket fence over the top. Really good spritzers, those. Only £12.99. And you are getting both of those. Now, next, we've got our gesso. So you've got your clear gesso from Dina again, and then you have got your black gesso. And I haven't seen them in these little tubes. That's actually quite handy.
She does them in the same sizes as the paints, so like her heavy-bodied paints. So therefore, if you were doing your gel plate, you can take all, because you can use your gessos on your gel plate. So you've got them all now with you, all at the same size, and I think that's brilliant.
I like that.
So you can do that as a base layer, put it on with a brayer, or you can use it as normal gesso, like paint it on, put it through your stencils and everything like that as well.
You can do techniques with it being in there. I like that. Really busy already. If you do want these two, only £10.99, saving £3, 118950. Next. I must admit, I love the embossing dauber. You can do so much with that. Brilliant for techniques, but brilliant if you want to quickly cover a surface. Because I really do like that. I think that's it. It's good for techniques. It is. It's brilliant. And it's great for stencils. I absolutely muller my perfect mediums. Because when you think you've got to really push in. And yet with a dauber, I'll sit there quite happily and just go lightly over the top. The only thing with the daubers is people think you've got to really squeeze them to get the ink out. You don't. It's actually the action of you pressing down on the dauber that lets the embossing ink flow. I do. I think for, like you say, stencils and stuff, they're absolutely cracking. You've got your dauber, and of course you've got some embossing powder there, holographic, so it's going to give you that lovely shimmer. Now, only £10.99 your price, 597854. Next, your collage mediums. So you have got two different options in your collage option. In your collage medium, you've got your vintage and you've got your clear. So, sorry. Your vintage comes with your clear, but it's a matte, and then you have got your big one. Hold on, what is that one? That's the crackle, isn't it? Is it your crackle? It is. That's your crackle. Oh, I love that one. I love that. I love a crackle gel. And it's a nice one as well, because if you put through your stencils finely, you get really fine cracks, and then spray over the top. Yeah, looks so good, doesn't it? And if you wipe away quickly from the gel, you just get the colour through the top. Oh. Yeah, really cool, that. And then you have got the small of your collage gel as well. I did like these. And I love the vintage because it has got that sort of warm look to it, hasn't it? It has. So you could do everything on white paper, layer it all up, use the vintage, and you suddenly knocked it back because it's got that slight tinting to it. So you can make something look slightly older. I mean, I was watching Tim Holtz recently, and he was singing the praises of collage medium because it's a great one for your crayons. Yes, that's a good idea. Because your crayons can actually move even better on top of the collage mediums. Because it's almost like sealing everything, isn't it? So it creates another surface. For something else that he loves to use as well, not just as a gel medium. I think that's a good idea. If you do want these, obviously it's a good idea, I'd say. Standard. 151056 is your item number, £73, £13.99. Now, distress ink pads, obviously. Gosh, how long long is it now since the distress? It's years, isn't it?
Must be 20.
Good grief, is
it? It must,
that
be.
makes
I'm
me
just
feel
trying
old.
to think.
That's mad. Because I remember when, isn't it funny, when they first came out and it was like, well, why do you need them? And then it was like, oh yeah, they're amazing. They absolutely were a game changer.
Well, they were, because they took the pressure off precise stamping as well from you. You know, if you didn't want to do your precise stamping, you could go, that was deliberate.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think that made a big game. Also, you know, it changed the way we stamped, because you suddenly cover a stamp with all these different inks, spritz.
Yeah,
and you would never think of doing that
absolutely
before, and then creating different backgrounds. It was
so cool. So cool. And there's still, this is what I love about Distress. These ink pads have been going for years and years and years, and yet they are still up there with the most popular ink pads there are, and the colours are just amazing. So you have got your pairs. So you could go for the peel paint with the antique linen. We've also got for you the old paper and the beautiful fired brick. We've then got the dusty concord with your spice marmalade. We've also got the worn lipstick with the beautiful chip sapphire. I love that one. We've then got the beautiful sponge sugar, which is such a light one, and then the lovely shaded lilac, and then last but not least, obviously my utter favourite, peacock feathers, and then the kitsch flamingo, and that is one of the brand new ones as well, isn't it? It's so cool. £13.98 is your price. 910583 is your item number. These are your normal distress, not your oxides. They're your normal distress. Do you know what? I haven't got the flamingo yet. How rude.
I'm going to have to say I've got
Have you?
in the oxide, in the stain, in the in the glaze, in the needs must.
Stunning, absolutely stunning. If you do want these, 910583 is your item number. Now we have got just 3 of your mini pads. So with these, you have got your lovely embossing ink there. So it's your clear, it's your embossing. You've then got your vintage photo, and you've got your peeled paint for £9.50. 424454 is your item number. Okay. Last not least, before we go to Lou for a demonstration, the Archival ink. Again, an ink pad that has been around for years, absolute years. Now with this one, you've got your regular ink pad, you've got your e-inker, love that you've got your e-inker, but then you've got your jumbo. And this is worth £14.99 on its own. I mean, humongous pad. It is huge. £23.98 is your price. An Archival, I mean, it's one of them. It's been popular for years because it'll go on so many surfaces.
Yeah, totally. And we use it going over, like you say, so many, the oxides, the distress, our sprays, gloss sprays in particular. You can use it. I mean, I love the big ink pad when I'm prepping.
Yeah.
Because it's a big surface, so when I'm just stamping like mad, I don't have to worry about where the ink pad is.
Yes.
I know that sounds a really silly thing to say, but it is. I can just sit there and go dum 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 dum.
Yeah, it makes it dum dum. It's a cracking pad, and of course, good quality. Been going for years, and that's the thing. You can absolutely trust it. £23.98, and as Lou said, if you have got the Dina Wakley sprays, the gloss sprays, then these are ace for over the top. 149942. Is your item number. Now, check the website out. We have got loads to see. We are going to go through them afterwards, but we are going to get over to our Lou for demonstration. Please make sure you check your baskets out if there's anything you want. If you have any questions, email in studio@hochanda.com. But if you've made something with any of the lovely products that we've got on today's show, then do send us photos. We always love to see what you've been doing. Ooh, and we've got the good old paper trimmer. I love that viscous paper trimmer. Oh, and the gorgeous Ciao Bella. We love Ciao Bella, don't we? The rice papers are just gorgeous. And you're getting 5 of those for £9.99. Anyway, check them all out. Loads of goodies, but our Lou is ready and waiting. Where are we going to start, our lovely Lou?
I thought if we start with the embossing glazes, just to show different, the way those work. So I've got some plain cards, and I've got some different cards that have already got colours on, so we can see how they work. So if I move those there, so I have to keep my backgrounds. I'm a bit like you.
Yes, so, all the backgrounds.
Well, I die cut into them and everything. So the dauber, all you do when you get the dauber is you literally just do a slight pump action and it will start activating
Perfect.
the ink. So what I thought I'd do is I'm just going to do a stripe of colour down one side, and I'm going to use a traditional opaque. I had to think of the word. It's like you say, it's too early, isn't it?
It's so early.
It's so early. Right, so I'm going to use an opaque. This is a mixed media one on one of the strokes. So we can see that when we emboss this, it will totally... Obliterate's not the right word, but it will cover the whole of the card.
Yeah, yeah.
So let's put that back in there. Look, I'm being really good. I've got to put lids back on. I apologise because I knock things over. That way. And then let's have a think. I'm going to looking for rusty hinge. Oh no, I don't want vintage photo, sorry. That's not being horrible to vintage photo. You know when you go, sorry, vintage photo, but it's because I chose the red on this one.
Yes. So making sure you've got a...
So when the embossing powder goes on, it looks identically the same. It looks like it should be opaque.
Yeah.
Right, let's put that away.
Yeah, it does. It looks like a solid colour, doesn't it?
It does look like a solid colour, but they both then work in different ways. Right, to hit my heat gun up. I don't know, you shouldn't put your heat gun, put your hand underneath to check it's hot. You go, yeah, it's hot.
Always do it, though. Check the website out for all the other goodies. I know we've had the heat gun on the show, and I know we've had those mixed media powders, which are absolutely divine. So do have a little look-see. I'm not sure if we've got them in stock or not.
Oh, when I looked, we did look, but so this is the mixed media. So that when it's heating up, it will be totally opaque. It takes over whatever we were going to do on a background. So I can show the same again on backgrounds. I'll bring in some of the stencils.
Gorgeous.
Here we go. I thought because it was a layering sort of show, I had to use mixed media powders. Sorry,
yeah,
you know when you just
go,
not to. It's bringing a gold just seemed like an anticlimax compared to everything else. I'm not knocking gold, but
as well, aren't they?
Yeah,
I really like those. They're gorgeous. So now you're moving up the distress one.
Yeah.
And you can see it going all shiny and lovely as it melts. Lovely. I do like these colours. They're just delicious. All the range is fabulous, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, I mean, I think I do have most of. I'm looking at the pot behind me there. So now this one has totally obliterated the card. It's going to be really hard here, but I can actually see some of the cream card.
Yeah.
I'm trying to work it out. Behind here, so you've got the translucent effect straight away. But the benefit is when you bring in a background.
Yes.
So I've got this background here. Oh, now I'm going to use one of the stencils. You know, you just go, oh, I love.
And the stencils.
Look, my stencils are a little bit abused. I do apologise, but I do love them.
Stencils are so cool. If you've got any of your art journals, they're so good for your journals.
So I've got. I mean, this is an oxide spray. Don't know what. Sort of thing. So I'm going to use the dauber again. Now this is. You were saying about the dauber. I am dreadful. With my perfect medium pads. I don't know why. I seem to really push in amongst the stencil and I rip the pads up and you just go, and then I don't know how, but I pull them off.
Yeah.
But the daubers to me is just...
It's just easy.
It's quick.
Yeah, and it is. It's one of them, it feels like you are getting an instant result. I mean, I can see that.
So that's the dauber going through. But I think people, as we were saying, you don't need to actually put any pressure on it.
Yeah.
Once you've started the ink off, it's the actual action of you doing... I'm going to just... I'm sorry, I was quite quiet because I was concentrating then. Because I was going to do a couple of different colours on here. So this is the weathered wood. This is one of my favourite.
And the weathered wood is that beautiful sort of soft blue, isn't it?
Oh, it is. And then let's go for, I think, an understated colour is the hickory smoke.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's bring in a little bit of that. I'm trying to go for a contrast of different colours.
Gorgeous. I love the hickory smoke as well.
I do. I love it in all the different patterns. We always go to black soot, and I think hickory smoke is much more versatile.
Yeah.
We all have favourites, though, don't we?
Yeah.
So then
and they change on a daily basis.
Oh, I know. Let's go for a similar one. If I go for the vintage photo. And add that there. Because you can... Just because they're in glazes doesn't mean we can't do the embossing techniques that we would do, you know, with regular embossing powder.
That does actually look rusty, doesn't it?
Oh, isn't it? It's such a cool colour. It's a warm colour, isn't it, as well?
Yeah.
And then finally, where we haven't got any powder at all, I'll just go over with the same mixed media powder so we can see the contrast.
Love that. That's the dauber's really busy. Approaching 30% of the stock already gone. It's at your bottom of your screen, and it does come with your beautiful holographic embossing powder.
I tell you,
597854.
that is nice. Mixing your holographic with your glazes, it just creates a different thing again.
Lots of glittering, shimmer and shine.
Yeah, you could. We always, I think, we get into the habit, don't we, that we think we've got to be grungy.
Oh yeah, no.
I know. I
Get your glitter in it.
So I mean, as you can see by the backgrounds there, I love a bit of grunge and dark backgrounds.
I always say that, you know, I've said this for years, I don't like glitter, and then give me a pot and I'm just full of the glitter.
Oh, are you?
I mean,
No,
give me a
see,
pride and I'm just, woof, get the glitter on.
I'm the opposite. I'm getting better with glitter. Mine was more from working in school. The glitter we got at school, you could exfoliate with.
Yeah.
Sort of thing, you know.
But it was solid, weren't it? I bet you got the biggest chunks ever.
It was, I mean, it was, you felt like, am I giving the children like little chunks of glass?
Yeah.
Not
and it would have been the basic colours all the time, wouldn't it? You can just guarantee it. See, you can see underneath it. I love that.
So that's why the translucent. So now, and that was the idea behind it, was that we could see the colours, but then pick the colours of the glazes that you want to use, and it changes. So if this was a green background and I put like a fossilised amber on, or even the rusty hinge, I've changed it again.
Beautiful.
So
that stencil is ace.
Oh, do you know, I love this one to doodle in. I actually bought it twice, one to keep clean and one to keep dirty. But so now I'm just trying to turn it around so you can see. You can see all the background that I had with the spray, with the weathered wood, but the weathered wood has changed from a blue to like a subtle purple.
So cool.
And
yeah, that layering is ace. And at the bottom, so the stuff we can't see through,
it's the traditional, as we would call, embossing powder.
Yeah.
So so you've got the contrast there of the total opaque, totally takes out your background. But the idea of them glazes was to add another layer on top of all the layers we love to create.
Yeah, perfect, absolutely perfect. So it's the top of that card that's actually your glazes.
Yep, so up to about
obviously
there.
The bottom isn't.
Yeah.
So it's the top there, so we won't really look at the bottom. But if you do, thank you. But if you do want to go for these, absolutely gorgeous. I love the fact you can see through them. They look so effective.
It's lovely. I mean, I've kept the powder as is. If I flicked some of the powder away, you even get an even more translucent look.
Yes, yeah.
So
more distressed as well then, don't you?
Totally, or wipe it with your finger or a brush. But I love the fact that I can still see all the different patterns and the different gradients that I actually did to start with. Yeah. But you can then carry on layering on top of this, because I could put my spray on top. Let's grab a quick spray.
That dauber, it's really busy. If you do want to get hold of that, well over half the stock has gone now. That is your dauber, with the actual embossing powder as well. Big pot of embossing powder, only £10.99. Such a good product. 597854. No, it isn't. 597845 is your item number daily. I do it daily. So what are you having to play with?
So I've just done some of the
Cheeky
spray.
Bit of spray. So yeah, that's
But so
cool.
I've still got the glaze, right? So I can still see the weathered wood. I've still got my pattern trapped underneath, but slightly changed. But now where I've sprayed over the top, it's done that resist. So it was all about actually keep going, you know, with your layering. So I mean, I've got embossing ink on that. So let's grab a different one. Oh, my favourite. No, my favourite today.
Yeah. Today's particularly.
So I'm going to leave this dry, and we can show that at the end of the show. So I'm just going to go through with the stain, and then I've got my journal ready.
And the stain is such a pure colour. It's absolutely gorgeous.
So if I put that across, sorry, I'm going to have to not waste that. So that now, I'm going to let that dry. Once it's dry, I can actually wipe away where I've got those embossed areas, and I'll still see all that lovely translucent detail, but I'm still building up all my layers, and that's what Tim wanted when he designed the actual glazes, was that it still became that layering technique that we all
love. Yeah. Absolutely gorgeous.
Oh,
love it, love it,
play.
love it. If you do want to get hold of these, remember you have got your choice with your glazes. So your first 3, you are going to get your beautiful hickory smoke. You've got your peeled paint, and this is over the stamps that we have got on the show. That's your peeled paint, which is lovely. And again, you can just see the under. I mean, the stamp is done first, and then the embossing powder over the top. So you can see under the embossing powder. And then the beautiful, is that your thingy? No, it's not honest. Rusty hinge, of course. And that's your gorgeous rusty hinge. I love that. That is such a nice colour. That's your first option. The second option, you've got your weathered wood there, which we've just seen Lou using. We've also got your walnut stain, and again, the stamps first, the embossing powders over the top so you can see under it, and then the wonderful vintage photo. Only £18.97. You have got all 3 pots. All you have to do is choose 715361. Now, the wonderful dauber, we're approaching 2/3 of the stock now gone. We haven't got any more. We're trying to get in touch with our lovely buyers to see if we can get any more of this. Unfortunately, still a bit early. So we're waiting to see. You're back on at 11, aren't you? With me. 597-845. We're approaching 70% of the stock gone there. 10.99. They are approaching 70. You do need to check your baskets out because they are going to sell out. Now, those wonderful inks. Obviously, so many techniques you could do with distress. I mean, literally, you could do a 2-hour show with distress inks and come up with so many ideas. They are such a good product. I remember very well when they came out and demoing them, and you know when it's like, oh my gosh, these are so good, so good. You've got your options. So, do you want me to run through all the options again? Yeah, so you've got your peeled paint with your antique linen. You've also got your old paper and your fired brick. We've then got the chipped sapphire and your worn lipstick. You've also got your dusty concord and your spiced marmalade. We've then got the shaded lilac with your spun sugar, and then last but by no means least, peacock feathers with your quiche flamingo. I still can't say it. If you do want that, 910, it's one of them that messes with my head. 510-583, your item number. Now, that massive Archival ink pad, it's a huge ink pad. Archival permanent ink pad. It'll go over loads of different surfaces. Obviously, you can blast it dry or leave it to dry, and it is waterproof, so you can use it with all your watercolour techniques, and it's not going to shift when it's dry. Now, £23.98 is your price there. 149942 is your item number. Now, you know those stamps that we saw on those backgrounds? These are there. I really like these. They are so cool. Now, you've got 4 different options here, all brand new. Look at the size of these. If I show you straight away, made by Spellbinders. Now, they are, look at the quality. Oh, I like these. They're a really nice stamp. They are, of course, already on your cling, and I like it. It's a printed cling, so you can see your design. You don't need to use them as a full stamp. They're really nice and flexible, so you can do tons with them. And the designs, oh, I like these, Lou. They're gorgeous, aren't they?
They're great ones for collaging up. You know, just stamp it as whole and then tear the strips apart and layer them up.
Yeah.
Add your glazes on top and layer on top and add your collaging.
They're super cool. I love, love, love. Okay, so your first one, you have got your big fabric. Big fabric. The next one, big cheesecloth. The next one, big wood grain. As you can see, they're well big. And then last but not least, dear Ruby, 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 Ruby. But it is just dear Ruby, but all together now. So that's your dear Ruby. Yeah, love them. Really nice stamps. £26.98. I know, top end of your stamps, but they're massive, cling mounted, and there's loads you can do with them. The choice is yours. 902596 is your item number. We have got another stamp to see, your line border. I like this one. I like the border stamp, because again, there's tons you can do with that, isn't there?
Well, there is, because if you've created like a huge background like we do, take that and then actually stamp over an area you really like.
Yeah.
And you've framed it straight away. Either then you can cut out and make that the focal point on your journal page straight away.
Yeah. I think it's a really nice idea. If you do want to get hold of that one, £13.99 is your price. 564118. Now, another absolute classic that we've been using for years and years and years, the glossy accents. Glossy accents are, again, a must. Whether you're using these as a super strong adhesive, great for under like your clear gems and things like that, if you're sticking, because it dries super clear, doesn't it?
Super, and it's stuck.
It's strong stuff.
It really, really is. But you can create those beautiful domed effects, you know, like the mock cabochon-y sort of effects as well. I do like.
It's cracking, isn't it?
And also, do you know what it really is cool with? Alcohol inks.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Because you can put the glossy accents, layer your alcohol inks, another layer, and let the alcohol inks do their magic, another layer of glossy accents and alcohol inks, and each layer is trapped within the glossy accents, so and it creates, I'm trying to think of what the type of rock or crystal, so when you look at it, like, you can see lots of different layers of trapped ink. It's really cool.
A bit of glitter in there as well. Okay. Now, if you do want to get hold of that one, and it has got that super fine nozzle as well to allow you to get really precision application with this. You've then got the white pigment ink pad, and I'm a bit of a big fan of the white pigment pads at the moment. Obviously, it's pigment, so you can use it with your embossing powders, but you can do loads of lovely techniques, and it's great for stamping on any of your uncoated cardstock there. 408953 13.99. Oh, our good old Dauber bundle, it's gone. It has sold out. Now we haven't got any more. We'll see if we can get any more for the 11 o'clock show, but at the minute that is it. But yeah, it's too early. Hopefully by 11 we'll all be fine, but who knows. So if you do want something, check those baskets out. Technical seller, if any bounce back, if someone doesn't check the basket out, I will let you know. Now, next. This is another cracking product. See, I'm still a massive fan of your cut and dry. Love cut and dry, because you can cut it however big you want. You can obviously use it with all your distress. It's just such a good sponge, isn't it?
It is. I mean, I use it a lot for acrylics. When I'm doing the jelly plate and going through stencils, because you can do it that way. Yeah. But the reverse, do you remember years ago when we used to heat it, stamp in it and create our own mocks?
I did that just the other week on
this.
Did you? Yeah, on one at shows to show that you could do that.
Yeah, and then you heat it again and it goes back to being flat.
Yeah.
And you just go,
clever. Yeah.
It's a lovely technique, but I do... And a little, like you say, we are a bit tight with it, and when we cut it all up into our little cubes.
Yeah, and you can wash it.
I know you can.
It's a cracking idea. And obviously, you can cut it up so you can do whatever you want. If you miss that, so what you do at the back, you heat it gently. I'd cut it, gently heat it, but then you can press that into anything. So you might be pressing it into a stencil. You might be pressing it into, I don't know, it might be that you're pressing into it. When it's heated, it'll hold the form. So then when you ink it, you can stamp with it. When you heat it again, the design just pops out. It's really quite cool. So you've got your cut and dry, but you've then got your actual your blending tool as well. Now, the blending tool doesn't fit the cut and dry, but it does fit these specific, and it comes with 2 sponges. It does fit your 2 little sponges, and you can get your sponges. I know when Tim brought these out, because he doesn't like getting mucky fingers, does he?
I know, which seems really bizarre, doesn't it?
Yeah. I know, we're stood there mucky as anything. But that's really handy, because obviously you can do all your blending of your inks and everything with that. Only $11.99, that is 620269. Now, distressed crayons. I know, she did an intake. Distressed crayons, brilliant, because again, loads of techniques. You've got beautiful colours as well. Obviously, they mix and match with all your ink pads. So you have got your normal, which set is this one? So this is set,
Sorry, I didn't write the colour. So you've got Victorian Velvet, which is the first one. I'm going to I don't know what the whole set is because mine are in my tin.
Blueprint sketch, broken china. Is it peel paint, that one? No, it isn't, is it?
No, it's broken.
Maude lawn, spun sugar.
And blueprint sketch is the darker blue.
Yeah, got that one. And then is it your carved pumpkin?
Yeah.
That's the orange, thank you. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful colours. But then you've got your metallics. And the metallics, if you look at them, can you see that metallic sheen? Why do you love distressed crayons then, oh lovely Lou?
Oh, well, I'm sitting here looking at my lovely tin here, full of them. I think they're underrated. There is so much you can do. You can do distress techniques with them. You can obviously watercolour out. You can put them through stencils.
Yeah.
I mean, put them, like the sponges we've got there. I will colour a sponge.
Well, yeah, it's a lovely idea.
And then if you spritz with water, you can go through a stencil and create a more washed out look. If not, you can just go through and create a more dragged look with effect with them. They work superbly with the stains because they resist the stains and push the stain away.
Yeah, yeah. Because it's that, I like that texture as well, like you've got it there. It's got that sort of waxy crayon texture.
Also, I think everybody thinks, I mean, they are water reactive and we can water them out. But you can use them just as is, and you know, just leave them as that strong colour. Yeah. You don't need to, you know, water them out if you don't want to. And you can blend, you can add your water over the top, but unless you activate them, they stick. So they're brilliant for all your layers. Yeah, they're cracking. And they're just so soft as well. Now, if you do want these, $19.99, you are saving £3 there. 447449 is your item number. Last but by no means least, Ciao Bella. Ciao Bella. Now, you're getting 5 rice papers. It is the same design, but you have got 4 options. These in the past have been so busy, our Ciao Bella rice papers, and 3 of these are new. Now, your first one, just have a look at that. So these are brilliant because you're getting 5 each. If you're doing a bigger project, if you just love the design, if you're doing, you know, furniture, these are amazing. So that one is just sensational. That's your Modern Times. The next one is your Modern Times card, which is lovely. Look at those. They look like old photographs. It's fabulous. You've then got, and this one is one of my favourites, the industrial wood, which is so cool, and then our director, which I love that. The old camera's beautiful. So you're getting 5 of each. I mean, obviously it's rice paper. You can do tons with these. And of course, Lou, if you're using rice paper to add with your collage work, to add with your layers, it works beautifully because it can just blend into your background. Yeah, the collage medium as well we use with it. But then if you, sorry, I'm sitting there prepping ready for the next bit going, ooh. But I've got some of them already laid out and I've used the collage medium, but put your crayons on top and you can now, because the collage medium, the crayons will actually stick to it, whereas, and you can then start colouring and start blending. They are beautiful, I love that. I think that's... And that, you know, like they used to colour in old photographs. Yes. You could do that with that. You know, they'd just give him a blue cap or something. I mean, oh, totally. I mean, yeah, you could do just a nice blue cap. If you have, like, an embossing pen, you could colour that and put a glaze on top so you can see the detail, the translucent detail underneath. But I've just swatched those straight onto cards and they're beautiful. I mean, those are so pretty. Yeah, I love them. £9.99. You're getting a... oh gosh, I'm so sorry. I'm just not awake today, am I? You're getting 5 sheets of the same design, but you have got those options. 939240. Now, obviously, check the website out. We've got loads of other goodies for you. The Fiskars paper trimmer. I love this paper trimmer. It's a cracking paper trimmer. And what you've got in the centre, it has a little wire, so you can see exactly where your blade's going to go, which I very much like. Only £30.99. Really nice, lightweight, but it's wonderfully marked out as well and easy to get your blades. 462363. In fact, we've also got, now I haven't got this. So you've got your basic tag maker with 20 eyelets, £29.99. Have you played with this one, Arlo? I haven't used this. Is it nice? It is. What it does, it punches out. I can get it out. It's in my bag at the moment, but I can get it out at the moment. Punches out the tag. Yeah. And then it will put the hole in. Yeah. You then get your eyelets, and you can then put the eyelets in the handle, and it puts the eyelet in place as well. Nice. So it does literally absolutely everything.
like that.
So even when you've gone through, I mean, even if you don't want to use that tag size, I use the handle and eyelets because it's a nice, because you can just put nice pressure down.
Yeah, oh, I like that. 064516 is your item number. Okay, what's next, Arlo?
Sorry, I was just going ahead. Right, I was, like I said, I've been watching Tim because he's done since lockdown. He's done some wonderful videos.
Yeah.
And he was saying that if we have metal effect paper like our holographic, our mirror card and things like that, using a dauber is fine with the embossing powders. But if we're using like metal sheets, and I've die cut some out, you're better actually off using the collage medium.
Right, okay.
Because apparently the reason for it, I mean, I didn't know. It shows you, you know, you do the same technique and you don't think. The collage medium will actually make sure the embossing powder stays, whereas in the dauber could knock some of, it could wear away.
Yeah, that makes sense because the collage medium's going to have more
viscosity, stickiness.
Yeah, and it'll be more flexible.
Yes.
Won't it?
So I thought what I could do is I've done some different colours with the translucent so we could see some different effects. I'm going to go, sorry, I am quite in love with hickory smoke, so I will put some I'll put some different colours on.
Beautiful. Could do this with your tin foil.
And I just want to knock some of it away.
So that's got your collage medium on it.
Yeah. And the collage medium dries quite quickly.
Right, yeah.
So I might need, because I prepped ahead, but that's okay, because then it looks nice when you've got 2 layers, because then, that's the other benefit we didn't say about the collage medium, it does dry really quickly. You know, sometimes with a gel medium you have to wait.
Yes.
This dries really, really quickly. Right.
And that's good if you're layering, because then you don't have to be patient.
Right, what have we got there? Don't want walnut stain. I keep picking up vintage photo. Let's do vintage photo. I'm trying to think of the colours I haven't used. Gorgeous. And I'm trying to stay away. Peel paint and weathered wood, they're I go to them all the time.
I kind of like it as well when you do your collage medium, because you do get the texture, you know, because obviously you've got the different, the applicator, however you apply it, you've got that texture as well, haven't you, like the sponge in it or brush strokes, whatever.
So we've got, and this is the rusty hinge. I'm going to put a little bit more collage medium on in places. So I want a little bit more. That's me putting my brush straight back into the collage medium with some embossing powder on. So we've got that there. Hinge. So we've got lighter and thicker. Oh, look at me chucking all that lovely powder away. So I'll do that one there, and then I've got a little flower, which I haven't put any on yet.
And is this die cut from metal as well?
This is die cut from metal.
Beautiful.
So all our different metal embellishments that we've got, I've got some like the photo hinges.
Yeah, yeah.
And I've had them forever and a day, and I didn't know what to do with them. You know, you just go. So I just want to knock some of it back. So when we have some of it, we have some of the little bits of gold. Oh, let's keep you. I will use you another day. Keep you, so we'll put that there. So that's got weathered wood on it.
Gorgeous.
So that's for now. If I heat this, so I'm going to heat this, but obviously it's metal. So I'm going. That's why I'm doing it in the box, because it's just easier.
Yeah, yeah. Because obviously it'll get a bit warm, won't it?
Yeah.
That
I've learnt the hard way there. I think all of us have, haven't we, in our own way. Now the collage medium, you can see is bubbling, but once this is all dry, it goes back to being flat.
Yeah.
So if we were heated a gel medium, it will have that lovely bubbling explosion effect, which we all like. I might put a little bit, oh no, I like the hickory smoke just being slightly lighter there.
Yeah, I like that.
So let's put that there. So we've got that on our metal sheet, and we can change it from there. Now if I'm going to grab quickly one of my distress crayons, because we can go over this with, and I've gone for a bronzy colour, the gold colour.
Beautiful. And with your distress crayons, because that's still warm as well, the distress, it starts to sort of melt, doesn't it, on the warmth?
But it's also giving me a little bit of an aged effect.
Yeah, yeah.
Straight away. So I can do that there. And because I've got the embossing powder, and I can, this is one of the things with the crayons, if we did it on the normal card, you can rub it out for so long, but where we've got the collage medium, I can sit here and rub this out
Completely. Yeah.
So we've got that there. Let's go for another colour. I'm going to go, broken china. Everybody.
Love a little bit of broken china.
I have to push mine down. I've learnt the hard way with my crayons that way as well. So that's with a little bit of the hickory smoke.
Oh, the broken china's just lush.
And
again, the way it hits the, you've got your collage medium, you can see it, and you can see the stuff, how it resists the embossing powder.
And I can just add it there where it's got the collage medium. We'll just add a bit more. So now, from that shiny, sorry, I'm going to be good and put that down because I do damage them. So from the shiny metal on the outside, with the embossing glazes, and then adding the crayons on top. If I get my clean sponge.
Kim's emailed in, morning Kim. She said, so she's a fan of the distress crayons as well, isn't she? She said, thank you for getting up early for such great techniques. Lou is doing amazing. 7 a.m. techniques, woof. But yeah, Kim is a big fan of the distress crayons as well. Kim, thank you ever so much for taking your time to email in. They are ace. You can do so much with them. And I do like the metallics as well. Now, that's 447449. Just a bit of a heads up. Someone didn't check the basket out with the daubers. If you do want those, sorry, they're going in then, they're brushes. If you do want the daubers, a couple have bounced back, so someone didn't check the baskets out. If that were you, if you're sitting thinking they're safe in your basket and you'll check them out in a minute, please check, because that might have been you. After 10 minutes, we refresh the baskets, and those 10 minutes zoom by. 597845, so please have a look if that were you. Make sure you get them back in your basket and check your basket out.
Sorry, I'm just going to do the little flower while you're doing
cool.
that. So I put the weathered wood on, so this was gold. And can
beautiful.
you see now how it's gone slightly green?
Yeah, that's lovely. I like that a lot. It looks good, doesn't it?
So now, because it's a glaze, and we're meant to see the colour and the textures underneath, I've changed that bright gold into a slight green. So if I... Is that still hot? Well, it's bearable. You can give that a little bit. So we've got the green there. Oh, let's have a think. So if I grab... let's grab... I'm going to go for a little bit of the bronze. And I can put a little bit of the crayon over the top, and I will rub some of it away.
Beautiful. And that's the metallic one again, isn't it?
It is. I mix the metallics with the everyday crayons because I think it can lighten a darker colour, if that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely. So, what's the orange? Is that the one you're going for? I've been too great mine.
Oh, I've got to do. And I like the metallics under an orange.
Yeah.
I've just really started getting back into... I very rarely used orange or yellows, and now I've suddenly, so we'll rub that clear, realise how they lift something.
Oh, I'm obsessed with yellow and orange. I find now if I look at something now, I've got a yellow on, it's like, oh, that's not right.
So I'm just going to rub away. So the orange now, with the adding the metallic underneath, has just knocked the brassiness of the... if I hold it up with tweezers, then you won't see my mucky fingers. It'd probably be easier. But I don't know whether you can see. So it's suddenly changed the gold.
If you lift it a bit more, and that's it, when you hit the light. Perfect. That's the one. So
the gold at the back there, that's the original colour. But now we've put an embossing glaze, and because we've used the collage medium... I'm going the wrong way, sorry. We've then gone over with the crayons. We've actually aged it in the same with the background
there.
That
sort of green. I think that is just lush.
But it's absolutely beautiful. You know, combining the collage medium with the glazes, with the crayons, and that's all about the distress, isn't it? Using everything has its place, and you use it all together. To create all your layers.
So many different looks.
I mean, I love that. I mean, when you consider how bright and shiny that is, but now suddenly it looks grungy.
And it does look proper grungy.
And it's suddenly changed from the shininess. To all... I mean, if I put more hickory smoke on top of sort of thing with it, you even make it darker. Still, if we had if I used a darker crayon. Again, that would have created a more vintage look. So suddenly, a metal sheet changes into something different.
It allows you to do so many different techniques.
You end up with loads of these sort of things. Think, I really must use them someday.
All your lovely collage stuff. If you do want your glazes, What? Queues on the phones? Are there? What did she say? Phones are building on some queues. See, me and Molly today, words. Words. Queues are building on the phones. That is the right way around. Brushes. Brushes are busy. I love these brushes. I use these a lot. Yeah, they're a really good firm brush, and I like that. They're cracking. You know, when I like cleaning my stencils and getting the paint off, they're lovely for that. Yeah, really nice brushes. And I like the size as well, the brill. I know that they say about, you know, popping your collage medium on with them, but you can do tons with those. Really cool little brushes. Your 2 distress brushes, $9.99. Definitely recommend them. 472303 is your item number. Please shop by brand on the website, because there's tons of goodies on the Ranger. As we say, I mean, under the Ranger umbrella, there's so many amazing designers. I mean, yeah, obviously Tim Holtz, but then when you look at, you've got the wonderful Dina Wakley, of course, Dan Reevely. Obviously, we've also got, oh my gosh, I'm having a blank. Oh, Wendy Vecchi. You know, some amazing designers. So please have a look on the website and see what's under there. We've got so many very cool products, quite frankly. Oh, in fact, look at that. Oh, what a good shot. So do have a little look, and you can see you've got the heat tool there as well that Darlu has been using today. If there's anything you want, check those baskets out. Shall we come back for more demo for the last few minutes? Is that okay?
Yeah,
Yay!
cool. So I've got the faces, and I'm going to grab a stencil, and I'm going to go... I'm
3.5 minutes, Arlo.
Okay. I'm going to go clashing colours. Put the lid down. So this is the faces, and I'm going to use a crayon and go through. I will spritz the crayon after the show, and I'm not being particularly... I want some of the white bits to show.
Yeah. I like this because the crayon on the top of the stencil you'll be able to pick off as well, won't you?
Yeah, I'll spritz it. I'll put it down, and we've got there, so... And
your distress crayons, the way they work, you can extend them, but obviously put them back in when you put your lid on, so you don't squidge it.
You can extend them back and forth. I always put my lid there, because I've learnt the hard way, you know, when you don't, and you put the lid back on.
And squidge the end.
Yeah, so I've got that down. I won't waste that, as you say. So this is the crayon, and I've kept it quite loose, and I want to grab...
I love that stencil.
It's great, isn't it?
It's so cool.
Because we could carry on going, you could do a row of faces, and you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 faces. So you oh, right. I'm going to grab the ladders just because it's a contrast. I'm trying to show the clean side of my stencils.
Don't worry about that.
Give up. So
don't worry about that, my friend.
I want to actually. I'm going to play around like that, and let's grab the stain. There it is. So I'm just going to get... So the stain will go through. Obviously, we can create our... Might as well do the whole lot and then put it in my journal.
The stain's so rich.
Isn't
I do love the stains.
So we've got that going through.
Strong,
let's just put that there. And what will happen is slowly the actual...
yeah, you can see it resisting.
It's starting to... But it actually goes lighter, and it pushes away further and further. Now, if I spritz that with water, I would lose the definition of the stencil.
Yeah.
But it would actually make that go even further and further away. So where each... But I love the fact that I haven't gone in to every area, so it's picked up the bit of the stain. But as this dries, this will push the stain away.
Yes, yeah.
Totally. So we get another resist. So once this dries, I can go over again.
Yes.
And do another resist.
And it'll do it again.
And it'll keep doing it and keep doing it. The only time it would change is, as you say, if we added water to the top of it.
Yeah. And activated
and
it.
activated it.
Yeah. That's so cool, isn't it?
Oh.
It's so cool. Our Lulu is back at 11 o'clock, aren't we, our Lulu? 11 o'clock. Me and Arlo at 11 o'clock. I'll dig out my journals as well, Lou.
Oh,
because I've used those stencils.
I mean, I've got loads of bits in my journals, I must admit that.
Right, OK,
we'll
have to look at those. If there's anything you want, you need to be checking out your baskets. Don't miss out on any of these. Everything's good. You know, you've got so many top quality products from amazing designers. The glazes, the glazes. Glazes are very, very busy, and the distress ink, as ever, very busy indeed. Of course, the dauber, hopefully, will be able to get more stock of that. Don't forget those paintbrushes because they're lovely. Anyway, if you want anything, you know what to do. Join me and Lou back up at 11 o'clock. So don't miss that because Lou's got loads of ideas and inspiration for you. Now, coming up next, I do believe it's the wonderful one-day special. Natasha's in the building, and it looks so nice over there. Don't go anywhere. You are, of course, tuned into Hochanda. Coming up next, it is indeed the Kaffe Fassett one-day special, and it's beautiful. We've then got Picture This. I'm looking forward to that. And then it's our Cool Cats Crafts. No Cool Cats Cuts. Perfect finish.
Hi, I'm Charmaine from Dolly Dimples, and I've been crafting since I was a little girl, and I have a massive passion for anything crafty related. Dolly Dimples is a fictional character in Dolly Dimples Town. There's whimsical characters, fantasy characters, mythical characters. There's so much going on, so much happening in Dolly Town, and it's a fun place to be in. Our products are all hand-drawn. That makes them quite unique because you've got that quirkiness about them. We have decoupage, backing papers, we have templates for 3D objects, stencils in the mix, we have dies, and lots of other things coming to you soon. Make sure you tune in for the Dolly Dimples shows on Hochanda and have some fun.
Hi everyone, I'm Phil Martin. I've been a paper crafter for well over 20 years now and a designer for just over 10 years. Sentimentally Yours is my multi-award winning brand of clear stamps, rubber stamps. I've now also introduced lots of craft dies in there, designer papers. I have my mediums where we've introduced the Flawless Media brand into the Sentimentally Yours family. So on our Hochanda shows we aim to inspire you, to be educational and to teach you how to get the most from the products that we're bringing to you. The Sentimentally Yours family has grown to include my good friend Julia Watts and our new designer Trudy Howard. Hopefully we're all going to bring something different to the show, so you're going to be enriched with lots of different ideas and inspiration. Be sure to join us for our Sentimentally Yours shows on Hochanda.
Hi, my name is Maggie and I'm from Impressions Crafts. I've been running my business now for 15 years. It's a small family-run business in the south of Cheshire. We have a large craft shop. We sell all sorts of beading and jewellery supplies. I have a passion for making jewellery. I love working with the loose seat style flower beads, and we make thousands and thousands of angels and have been doing so for the last few years. We've been bringing to Hochanda lots of lovely beading kits, jewellery, for necklaces and bracelets and earrings. We also bring a wide range of angels and accessories, beading accessories like bookmarks. We also have our range of laser cut sun catchers and mobiles, all the lovely crafty beads. Hope you can tune into my shows and looking forward to seeing you on Hochanda.
Hello, I'm Hayley, and you might have seen me presenting here at Hochanda. Well, I've always been an avid crafter behind the scenes and have been given the opportunity to share some of my favourite products with you in a monthly show called Handmade by Hayley. So I hope you'll join me, let me inspire you, and maybe you will discover a new craft in the process.
Exciting news! For the 5th year in a row, Hochanda has been awarded the top accolade of Platinum Trusted Service Award from Feefo. These awards recognise businesses that deliver exceptional experiences as rated by you, our customers, and we're honoured to have been selected. The Trusted Service Award means you can shop with confidence, based on the reviews from over 60,000 Hochanda customer experiences. Thank you for your independent reviews. It means a lot to us.
Kaffe Fassett is a distinguished artist, designer and author who has used his background in knitwear design to create an expanding range of bold and beautiful fabric prints for the patchwork market. Join me on Hochanda, where I will be bringing you a wide selection of beautiful fabrics at fantastic prices.
Hello there, well, exciting times, very colourful times, as you can see as well. And of course, we are in the midst of a fabulous event here at Hochanda. It all kicked off yesterday. We are celebrating the fact that on Saturday, it is International Quilt Day. So if you've been thinking about quilting, or you're a seasoned quilter, or somewhere in between, then we've got lots of different things going on during the next few days, including the most amazing one-day special and mega bundle, which you can see in front of you, which is absolutely gorgeous. This is the mega bundle. I'm going to take you through all of that in a little while, because I've got some housekeeping to do. Because it's an event, we regularly like to bring you a prize draw, and that's exactly what we've got going on. Now, we are adding in, and I'm going to see if I can smuggle this one out without anybody noticing, because it is absolutely beautiful. We are talking Tilda. We are talking the most amazing plum range, as you can see. Now, you're going to get 7.5 metres. 7.5 metres. This isn't your prize though. This is part of your prize bundle. It's one element, because the bundle is huge. You are getting so much in here, and this is going to be brilliant for anybody that's into their sewing or starting to get sewing. Have a look at this. Oh my goodness, I hope you've got space. There's loads. Now, if you haven't got space, I'll gladly take any of these items off your hands. I'm just saying, just putting it out there for the tape. You're getting loads in there. You've got fat quarters, you've got 1/2 metres, you've got a fabulous little iron in there, as you can see. So much thread, and there's a huge cutting mat, as you can see. So this is brilliant. If you are just getting started, you will have everything you could possibly need then. Now, how do you get involved? Couldn't be simpler. No forms, no questionnaires. You just simply place an order. For anything during this particular hour, you'll be placed within that prize draw. Now, if you've already placed an order, brilliant, you're going to be in the prize draw. But you get a second chance to be in the prize draw for every single order that you place. So this is a brilliant opportunity for you to take advantage, because if you've not seen it already, we have got the most amazing one-day special. Kaffe Fassett Collective, and of course, as soon as we mention that name, you know who's going to be here to take us around the collection. Lovely Natasha, good morning, how are you doing?
No, do you know, of all the names I absolutely never mind being associated with, it's Cave. Good morning, everybody, how are you? We've got a colourful day for you today. This is the latest collection. So this launched in February, and nobody really got it in February because of all of the shipping problems. So it is hot off the press. So, I mean, you know, a month, basically it's a month late in launching, and so you're seeing it here as one of the first places to launch it, which is super exciting to be able to bring it.
Certainly is. Now, with our one-day special, we've got options. Sadly, we don't have as many options as we had yesterday.
We did.
Because the blue, my favourite, has sold out. So that's right at the end. But I'll show you a way that you can get hold of this one alongside your one-day specials in a few moments. But your one-day special is now 3 options. So you've got your gorgeous pinks. Oh, my goodness, look at this. This one is your fuchsia. Gorgeous. I love these, Natasha.
They are. So I was tasked with picking out of the 65 fabrics there are in this range. Yeah. Just 4 lots of 10.
Wow.
Yeah. So it meant that 25 had to go as 1/2 metres, and that's absolutely fine. But I wanted to give you a smorgasbord of, you know, the real eye-catching heroes, and then the supporting artists that help make those even more beautiful, or just a complete blend and a mix, so that you can have maybe something that's slightly plainer but with a really zingy binding, or you can have the hero and then just accentuate with a two-tone blender. Almost. Absolutely. It's got everything in there. we haven't shouted about these. These are the banana print, the banana leaves, and we've always had them on their sides, so no one's really seen them. So we need to get those out and have a good look at those today.
Beautiful.
But they're absolutely stunning, and you've got everything from ditzy prints to large ones, and just such a range. Like the hydrangea one, which is that one there, when it's pulled out, it's got so many different colours. Each of those heads is going to be a different colour. And it's just, so you've got, it's like you're getting multiple fabrics in one.
Beautiful.
Because you can use the red and the blue, or you can go in to use bits of each of those hydrangea heads. It's just stunning. And yet, if you only saw a corner of it, you might have dismissed it.
Very, very true. Very true. Now, these fabrics obviously are part of your one-day special, your first option. We've got all the others to go through yet. There are other ways that you can get hold of these as well, because we have got the fabulous mega bundle at the bottom, which is including the blue that's sold out as a one-day special. And we've got your half-metre pick and mix. I'll be giving you all the housekeeping on those as the hour progresses. But for the time being, your fuchsia option of your one-day special, 40% of the stock has gone. My goodness, it's a popular one. I like that one. That kind of looks okay, doesn't it? Doesn't look too bad. Doesn't look too bad. 7 out of 10, maybe. Now, the green. Oh, my goodness, look at this one. This is your tropical illusion. Now, if you don't know which colour to go for, you've got all the colours in here. Love this one, because when we look at it instantly, we've kind of got the muted tone, if you muted the right word, where you've kind of got the monochromes with these.
So this is, my starting point was putting all of, like you say, the monochromes together. So anything that had black and white, that went in there. But then, if you look at the bottom cactus flower, that one.
This one here?
Yeah, no, the cactus flower underneath.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, there, yeah.
So yes, it was black and white, but my goodness, it had this, the greens and the blues, and so then it sent me off trying to find all of the other fabrics that had those colours in. And I was happily reliving my Bermuda shorts days in the 80s going, I love this, it's got all the colour.
The beauty of these fabrics, I mean, you might predominantly look at this one and think, oh yes, it's got lots of greens and greys in there, but when you look closer, you've got your yellows in there, you've got different shades of green. So if you've got a dark green as a blender, it's going to work with this. If you've got a teal or a light blue, it's going to work. If you've got that yellow, it's still going to work. And to be honest, it's Kaffe Fassett Collective, so anything you put with it is going to look amazing anyway. But there you go. Just shows you that when you're looking at these, they might be a little bit bolder, a little bit more shouty than you're used to. But when you break it down and you look at the colour content, there's loads of ways that you can work with these and still achieve stepping out of your comfort zone potentially with these. So if this is your choice, it's your tropical illusion. Again, you're going to get 10 of those American fat quarters for an amazing price there of £34.49. But if you're thinking, oh, I like both of those, well, hold fire, because rather than going for 2 one-day specials, you might want to go for that complete collection at the bottom of the screen, which I'll tell you about in a moment. But before that, I need to give you your final option of your one-day special. This one, third. Absolutely beautiful. It's emerald. Now, here's emerald, there's lots of greens in there, but I'm noticing those gorgeous bright oranges in here as well, mustard tones, the purples.
So my starting point with this is the one we're just scanning down to, which is that beautiful peony, but the background of it, which had the greens in there, but it also had that incredible background of purple and orange. So then I found the shark's teeth in purple and orange. I was like, well, that's rude. If that's not together, that would be incredibly rude. And then it sort of went from there. And then I thought, right, okay, so then the feathers need to come in, because I love the shark's teeth with the feathers. Stunning.
Making me work here, Natasha.
Yeah, I know, but you're doing an amazing job.
So
absolutely amazing. But then you've got all of the greens. If you fold it over again, you've got the cactus flower.
Oh, look at that.
Which suddenly brings in, yes, it brings in the purple that we've just seen, but it suddenly brings in blues and greens and actually browns in there as well.
And these might be your safe colours, your purples, your earthy tones as well. So it's kind of keeping those within the peripheral, but you are getting those gorgeous bold prints. So as I say, it's definitely worth going for these ones. And those are colours that you wouldn't necessarily put together if you're making a list of what colours go together.
Absolutely never.
Yeah.
Not in a month of Sundays.
But they work.
Kaffe comes along with his special amazing ability with colour and goes, look at this, look how it zings. And we all go, oh, it's amazing. Because it is.
Beautiful. There you go. Now you've got 10 fat quarters again, American size there again, £34.49. What a phenomenal deal. Those are your 3 options, your one-day specials. Now, we just need to mention extended delivery, as we often do see. It's the 4th of April, which is, scarily is not that far away.
How did that happen?
Yeah, it's not too long, is it? It's next weekend, yeah.
Is it really?
Yeah. Yeah, I think it was the weekend after. No, the 20. What date are we today?
It's my husband's birthday tomorrow. Oh gosh, it's my husband's birthday tomorrow. Right. Okay. Are we making a card in between?
What would you like to make him? Now, one day special. The details are on your screen. 3 options. As you can see, each one of those have got your 10 fat quarters in there. Brilliant value for money. But as I mentioned, the blues have sold out. And also, at this stage, you're probably thinking, well, actually, I like all 3 of those one-day specials. Well, let me introduce you to everything. And this is where you will get all 4 of those original one-day specials. Don't forget, there's only 3 available now. So the blues, sadly, we had to say goodbye to as a one-day special. And the message that Natasha said, oh, good luck with your one-day special. And she said, oh, yeah, which one did you like? And I said, the blues. So I'm so pleased that you are liking this one. Kind of sad that I missed out on it as a one-day special, but I sacrificed that. Beautiful. Again, purples featuring here, which purples will feature within the previous ones that we looked at.
And greens. You know, so when you look across the whole, you've got the purples, you've got the greens, you've got the blues. There is so much in there. And that's what made my job deliciously difficult, because every time I put a different combination together, I'd be like, oh, hang on, that one brings out the green in that one. Yes. I mean, you've got in the tropical one, there's the green. You've got the greens in there, which goes beautifully with it. Well, it was so hard, which is why going for the one-day special is. You could pick any of those bundles and you will find a different way to work it, and it will just be amazing whichever way you do.
Now, in the last bundle, when we were looking at the one-day special, Natasha referenced the feathers. Well, the feathers are appearing in this one, but in a different colourway. So you can bring those together because they've got the same pattern, different colours. But if you like that connection of the pattern repeat, then you can do that with these as well. And that is absolutely beautiful fabric. Love that one there. Now, let me explain the price on your screen, because I don't know about you, but I'm looking at £10 and thinking, what? That's a bit stingy. £10 saving, I'm buying all that fabric. That's in addition to the savings that you're getting on each of those 4 one-day specials. So it's £8 on each one of those. That's £32. Yay! There you go. I had a bit of thinking time, not going to lie. £32 saving with your one-day special, but then you've got your additional tenner. So you're actually saving £42 in total. So that £10 is in addition to the obviously the savings that we've been looking at. Now look at the price on your screen there. It's been spread over 3 payments, £42.66. So when you look at your one-day special at the bottom of the screen, you're only paying an extra £8 or so, and you are actually getting the first payment for all of these. Yes, you'll have another couple of payments afterwards, but it means you're getting everything. You're getting those contrasts of fabrics, you're getting those repeats of those prints in different colour tones, but you need to be quick because 3/4 of the stock of the complete bundle is gone. So it might be that the blue is the one that you're thinking of, and you may be thinking, oh gosh, I'm feeling really discouraged because I didn't get the blue as the one-day special. Yeah, that happens. I'm in that boat with you. But what you have got is the ability to get hold of these with the saving that you would have got and an additional £10. And you're only actually paying an extra £8 or so more than you were planning on spending, but then you are getting all of those additional fabrics. And as I say, second and third payments will go out, but you'll have everything. And believe you me, when you get this fabric home, you see just how incredible it is. You will wish you'd gone for all of them. So 845816. If you're wanting to take advantage of that £42 saving overall, the details are on your screen. You don't have to pay for it all in one go. You can spread it over your 3 flexi buys though, which I think is the way that most of you are going for it. But do you want to see what it looks like? This is what's going to arrive. Oh my word. Now, after you've sat and stroked it for about a week, because you will, you will look at these fabrics, and it's choosing the different projects that you're going to be working with. That's the key thing with these. Whole range of different patterns that you can choose from, but absolutely beautiful fabrics. We are incredibly busy, rapidly approaching 80% of the stock. It's only 1/4 past. Tap dance practice going on. Now, if you're wanting those fabrics and you're thinking, yeah, I like the fat quarters, but there's a couple in there that I really, really do like the look of, well, guess what? You can get hold of them. You can get hold of them in 1/2 metre pieces. In fact, you can go for a couple of those if you're wanting to. So all the fabrics that we've been looking at and more are available in a pick and mix. And these are around, I mean, Natasha, these are beautiful. I don't know where to start.
I know. So these are the blenders. So these are often the ones that are overlooked. but they are just so useful. And generally, so many colours in there to act as a blender. So forget just a plain polka dot. You know, you've got so many different colours that actually you will use every single snippet, and it will look like you've had far more fabric than you actually have, because you know, you snip a different bit of it and it looks like different colours. But those, I mean, you can see how many different colours there are there. But then you get the jumble, and that is just such a lovely different take on a polka dot, and it's got so much difference to it. Now that brown and the purple one just goes delightfully with the brown, the purple background that we've seen in the cactus flower. So they've all got their different strengths. Then the yellow and the blue I used to line one of the bags, so that when you open it up you get this hit of colour. They're just fantastic. They work brilliantly as binders, as sashings, just to give you almost a little bit of a break, and to frame and to just amplify those larger florals and those fabrics that we all go wow at, and then go, okay, how do we support those? How do we use those?
Absolutely beautiful. Now, of course, the prints are absolutely gorgeous. As we were looking at the fat quarters as well, I mean, can you imagine these? These are beautiful.
It's got to be a beach bag.
Well, this
and
is
I'm still going to make the beach bag.
It's got to be somewhere where you're going to be able to see that, but you don't really necessarily want to be chopping it down. But I also like, they're almost like little purple clouds that you've got in there. Absolutely adorable. Now, of course, as Natasha said, if you're looking at doing things like your binding and you're looking at doing your sashing, you're going to want those longest runs. It means less joins, which, let's face it, none of us are really very pleased with joining fabrics. So do consider, if you're going for the complete bundle, if you've got a project in mind, or even if you haven't, see which of these talk to you, because this is a perfect one for you to use for your binding, where you can have those longer runs, because of course with your fat quarters you're going to need to join it. You can do your binding and your sashing with your fat quarters, but of course if you're working on a larger project you're going to need multiples of the fat quarters. This is a quick and easy way and a convenient way for you to do those elements that you can need within your quilt. And we've got still go, there's loads.
Also the ones behind you where you're at, the buttons are phenomenal, because they've got all the colours in, and then those ones which are just two-tone, the reason I didn't put those into the fat quarter bundles is because they went with so many of the different bundles. I didn't want to pigeonhole into just one. That pink one, it went in every single bundle. It looked amazing, and same with the purple. So it was just, I thought, you know what? Yes, exactly that, that, Hayley. You're spot on.
Sometimes if you've got a fabric that's got a lot going on with it, you need something to tone it down. Now, if you don't particularly want to go just for a plain tone, then introduce something that's got a bit more interest. I'm looking at this and thinking, dare I say it, fussy cutting, a plique in these in place. Absolutely
Pop
beautiful.
a button in the middle of it, you know, just beautiful. And I hesitate to call them blenders because that sort of downplays them. Each one is stunning in its own right.
They're blenders with attitude.
They are. Oh, I like that. Yes.
Love it. There you go. Loads for you to choose from. Quickest and easiest way for you to learn the names is to jump onto the website, and that's where you'll be able to see them. But you will be familiar with some of them from the one-day specials, because you'll see some that are featured in there as well. So 983, I stepped forward a bit too quick then, sorry. It's like, ta-da, I'm back. Details are on your screen. The website's a place to shop though, so if you are wanting to get hold of anything, that is where you can shop. Now don't forget, it doesn't matter whether you're going for the one-day special, whether you're going for the complete collection, or whether you're just going for your 2.5 meters. It doesn't matter. You will still be in that prize draw to win all those amazing products that we've been sharing with you. Do check out the bundles that we've got on the website as well, because we've got things like the sunglasses case where it's very vulnerable stock-wise. We're down to single figures with regards to those as well. It's actually limited in stock now. We've got the grids, obviously, you can see with these. There's a lot to choose from. And, of course, Natasha's going to be working with some of her patterns, which aren't widely available as well. The sunglasses one, we're going to bring back the details of that one just so as you're aware. And I've actually got it here to show you. It's kind of the finished article, and it comes with that fabulous little clasp that you've got in there, the flexi frame, which is not the easiest thing to say at 8:20 in the morning, but it's something that we're familiar with, and it's that opportunity for you to keep your glasses, your sunglasses or your regular glasses, neat and tidy. But look at that looks amazing. I love it. The feathers
fabric. Just goes to show
brilliant.
Though, because Hayley, we did that was one of the samples, but using the same fabric, different colour. Nice. For the main one, and how different does that look?
Yeah.
But just with the shark's teeth instead, and that was what we made last night.
Brilliant.
And that's the feather fabric, but it's looks so different.
Yeah.
to that. And that's what I mean by you're getting great value for these, because they just look so different. And then this is one of the orange. I love the orange. That orange is just gorgeous and goes with everything. But look how many different colours you've got in there. The purples, the greens, the blues.
Yeah. Love it. Now, if you're wanting the case pattern, and of course you're going to get that little snap, that little flexi frame as well, you need to be quick. With regards to these, we don't know if we're going to be able to get hold of them anymore. The problem is the flexi frame, so Natasha needs to make some phone calls. So do make sure if it sells out during this hour, you join us at 12 o'clock. But at the moment, you're okay. So place your orders. No guarantee we're going to get them. Very quickly, before we go over and see Natasha, I'm pointing my finger a lot in this. I do apologise. Very pointy today.
You're passionate about it, Hayley. It's good. It's passion.
This mega bundle, it has gone absolutely crazy. 80% of the stock has gone. No. My goodness. Wow. We are so busy. Never know how it's going to be at 8 o'clock in the morning. It's a bit early, but you are loving these fabrics. And I love it that you're placing your orders, you're checking your baskets out, because you know you're going to be able to get hold of this and you will have it. We don't know what the situation is it's going to be during the course of the day, so we don't know if it goes, whether we'll get any more or anything like that. So now you need to get, you need to get it while you've got the chance. And then it doesn't matter what happens for the rest of the day, really, does it? No purely selfish way of shopping, but there you go. That's the way it is. Details are on your screen if you're wanting it. So, Natasha, what are you up to?
Well, I was asked to bring back again the quilted cork. We've sold out of that twice now.
Okay.
And I'm going to put my hands up straight away. The design that you're about to see is not mine. It's by an incredibly talented designer, and she's quite happy with me to bring it on. An American lady, and her company is called Sally Tomato, and I'm giving you the pattern there for free, courtesy of Sally Tomato. She's really happy for this to be in there. And she uses PU and cork a lot. So she's really inspired me to get out of my comfort zone and look for those different fabrics that... This is the thing, isn't it? A lot of Kaffe Fassett collective fabrics are inspired by nature, and cork, of course, is a natural product. It's the bark of a tree, it's stripped, and then it's cut. Once it's dried, it's cut into a really fine sheet, and then it's applied, in this case, onto a wadding, which is then quilted. So already it's looking like you've done a lot more than you have. This is the sample. So yesterday we talked about using your fabric for the big stuff first, and then making the most of every scrap. And this is just a 4-inch strip.
Wow.
You know, and you might have just a little bit left, but my goodness, when we're out, Hayley, this is coming out.
You're out with that bag.
Well, it's going to have my phone, lip gloss, credit card, maybe a house key.
I love it.
And then...
just so you can get back in.
Yeah, and then you open it up.
Oh, wow.
Do you see what... And it's just... It's just a bit of fun. It picks up that blue, it picks up that orange, and it's just a little bit of fun. I don't care that it might just be me that sees it. Yeah, I'm enjoying that tremendously.
It's kind of a self-indulgent moment, isn't it, when you delve in?
I'm happy with that. But again, it was only a little bit.
Now, can I just mention, Natasha did say that obviously the pattern is coming in the bundle free. Just wanted to let you know, just because it's free, sometimes you think, oh, it's a download. Well, it's not. You're actually getting the paper version of that. So that's going to be in there with your layout, with your template. So just because it's free doesn't mean that you haven't got a paper copy in there. Well, I say paper, it's a card copy, really. You're getting that. It's not a download. That is in there along with the fundamentals to get started.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It is downloadable off the internet if anybody wants to go and find it out there. But I've photocopied it onto my lovely paper, printed it onto my lovely paper, so that you've got, because then you've got the templates, and that's what we want from this, are the templates at the proper size that we can, well, you can see, you use time and time again. This is becoming one of my favourite go-to makes. Perfect for gifts as well, just really lovely, because it might be a makeup bag, or it might be a little clutch. Have you seen the prices of clutches?
Yeah.
Extortionate. No one's going to have one like this. Oh, no, they're not. So you get your pattern pieces in that pattern, cut them out, put them onto template plastic if you wish. But basically, your constituent part are top, bottom, lining. So pretty simple. And then the only additional cutting that you need to do is to cut a strip there for your wrist bit, which gives it the name of the wristlet, and then you don't lose it when you're dancing. We're all going to be dancing, be it on people's patios or whatever. We will be dancing.
Just everybody will be dancing full stop. It doesn't matter where you are.
It doesn't matter, does it? And then just 3 other little constituent parts, and then find yourself a zip. In this case, I've had so much fun finding zips because I want to give it that little pop of extra colour. It's just a little fun thing. So when you've cut them out, I did explain this in a show where I did this before. This has already got wadding on the back. You can see it's already quilted.
So it's just as it comes, you don't have to do anything?
No, you don't have to do anything. Okay. And it's actually quilted with almost a metallic-y thread, so it really looks posh. And that's
so even.
Right, right.
There'd be a few wobbles if I'd done that myself.
Exactly. So it already looks like you are absolutely spot on with your sewing. I'm all for that. Now, because this has already got a substance to it and a sort of a wadding to it, I'm going to then just add a wadding to the back. And I've used H640, which is a fusible fleece, but it means that that and that have the same kind of body, the same sort of texture. Okay. Now, I've made this with pleather before, and I've got a beautiful lightweight one, which is really easy to sew. You don't need any different needles, but it meant that I couldn't apply a fusible fleece to the back of that. So in that case, what I would do is apply your fusible fleece to the lining, the whole lining piece instead.
Okay.
Because you don't, with pleather, obviously it's plastic leather. Yes. You don't want to be applying a heat to that plastic because it will do what plastic does.
Wonderful. Yeah. Sasha, before you get into the next nitty-gritty,
have you got an update?
I need to give you an update.
Hayley.
Public service announcement, really, because we've been making, well, I haven't, I've been stood here standing, you know, I haven't gone anywhere. But Charlotte in the gallery, she's been frantically making phone calls because we've been so busy during this hour. We thought we'd be okay. We thought maybe 12 o'clock would be the issue, but this hour, we are rapidly approaching limited stock with the mega bundle. Now, the thing I have to tell you why I've interrupted is because we've tried to find out if we can get hold of any more of these once they've gone. No. That was the answer, basically, no. So, if you're wanting these, please don't think, right, I'm going to leave it a little bit later. I'm going to just have a lazy day. I'm going to come along at 12 o'clock and play some... Do it now. Do it now. We don't think it's going to be here at 12 o'clock. Obviously, I don't have a crystal ball. I can't say that for definite. But what I can definitely say is if you're placing your order in this hour, you will get it. What I can definitely say is at 12 o'clock, you might not. So that's the thing. If you wanted it and you definitely want it, this is the hour to do it. It's rapidly approaching limited stock. Just to reiterate what we've got here, you've got a £10 saving on your screen. That is in addition to the different £8 savings you're getting with the one-day special, because this complete collection, if you've just joined us, is made up of the original 4 one-day specials, because we had pink, we had the tropical, we had the green, we had blue. I say had because the blue is sold out as a one-day special, so you can't get hold of that. All the other 3 are available at the bottom of your screen, and that price at the bottom of the screen has got an £8 saving attached to it. So what you've got with the mega bundle on your screen there are each of those savings, so £42 in total, because you've got £32 savings from your one-day special and an additional £10 saving. But I think the thing that is really worth considering is if you were looking at getting 1 or 2 of the one-day specials, you're looking at £34.49. If you're looking at the complete collection, you're looking at a flexi buy payment of £42.66, which is about £8 more. What that means is you will get everything. You'll get the sold out one-day special. You'll get all the savings that you would have got if you'd gone from them individually. And believe you me, when you get these fabrics, you will wish you'd gone for all of those one-day specials. But the only way you can get hold of them is with that big bundle. And as I say, it's only an extra £8 on that, what you were planning on paying today. You will have a second and a third payment, but it will definitely be worth it. For getting hold of these, you have got so much incredible stash that's going to work with things that you've already got, but you need to be quick. 845816, if you're wanting that, please get hold of that. Another very, very quickie, we won't know about these until 12 o'clock, but the kits and the patterns for the sunglasses case, they have gone now for this hour. So we will try and bring that back at 12 o'clock. Natasha needs to make some phone calls, but yes. Well, yeah,
it's only me and me that's up at silly o'clock.
Yeah, this is it. Yeah, nobody gets up to work at this time. 896800. So yeah, keep a note of the item number. Join us at 12 o'clock. We'll have more news on that one. Maybe good news, might not be so good news, but either way, we will be here. So, Natasha, sorry, back to you.
No, absolutely. The thing with the flex frames is that I was really careful about what size it was, because I wear the wraparound sunglasses, and so many cases don't cater for those, but they fit the wraparound ones and smaller glasses as well. So that was why, you know, it's just not any old size. any old size. Right, on 1/4 inch, which reminds me to actually put it on there, we are going to stitch right across. Now, I have not put in any special needle. I haven't done anything. This stitch is a dream, absolute dream. And it's one of those things. I would love to encourage people to try different textures, different things. And so that has already, as you can see, stitched that an absolute dream. If you're worried, just extend your stitch length slightly. What I am going to do, because that seam is just sitting up into there, I'm going to then just top stitch, and that's just going to hold everything then.
Kind of trains the edge, doesn't it?
It does, it does. It means I'm not going to have any bumpy bits. I mean, if only it was so easy to get rid of all bumpy bits. Right. I know. And so down we go. If you want to press that to one side gently just on the fabric, then do. Use a pressing cloth if you're worried. A pressing cloth is your friend with unusual fabrics, for sure.
Beautiful. Lovely fabrics to work with. And if you are a novice, though, working with good quality fabrics will help you so much. That's the thing.
Hayley, did you do that when you started? Did you make the mistake of thinking that working with cheaper fabrics, oh, well, I'm not going to waste the money on expensive fabrics? Or did you know? Because I had to learn the hard way.
I learned the hard way, and I think most people do. And I think it's a case of you don't have that self-belief. We were talking about this earlier on, and it's one of those things you think, I'm not worthy to use fabrics that have got a standing behind them. But the thing is, you are, because everybody's so the same. It doesn't matter. Natasha, when she says, it's not like she's doing a better quality of sew that I'm doing. So it's between you and me, it's the sewing machine that's doing the sewing. And that's the case. It's the quality of the fabric, the threads, the needles, all of those components come together. We are merely operating it and putting it all together. And that's why, even if you are the most novice of sewers, then that's why investing in good quality fabrics means that you are on that stage. You've not got warping. You've got some kind of the fabrics that have been produced in a manufactured in a quality way that means it's made easier. You're not battling with your fabrics before you even start. And I think that's the thing. And it's one of those things. It's a bit like when, if you have kids, your first child, you're literally buying everything that you see. You see, oh, right, I need that gadget because they said that I need that for the... And then...
That will make them sleep.
That's,
it doesn't.
And
nothing makes
them sleep. And you're there with your cotton wool and you're cleaning one half of the face and then cleaning one half of the face when you're in hospital. When you get them home, it's just a flannel straight over the whole top. And you realise that it doesn't matter. With this, well, it probably does actually. I better say that, hadn't I? I'm not medically trained, so don't take any of that advice. But you realise.
But you have raised multiple children, and they're all doing okay, so it's all good. It's one of those things. I fell into the trap of thinking that if I bought cheap fabric, it would all be good. But actually, the weave wasn't as tight, and so it moved around a little bit more. Yeah. And so I thought that I couldn't sew a straight line if I tried to cut anything on the bias. Oh my goodness, that was troublesome. It wasn't the one.
It's just a lot easier.
What I'm doing here is you've got darts to give this shape. Okay, a bit like you would have in dressmaking, it gives space. So like you would put a bust dart in to allow for shape. That's all we're doing here. And I'm starting 1/4 inch in. If you are afraid, some people's machines like to sort of chew fabric back in.
Yes.
And that's just while it gets the tension up. What I would say is start a little way in and then go backwards.
Yeah.
And then come back forwards. And that seems to solve that problem.
It's kind of personality of sewing machines, isn't it? Because again, they vary.
They do. And sometimes it's a thread, sometimes it might be because you need a new needle. That would always be my go-to thing is, when did I last change my needle?
Yes.
We're all guilty of it, aren't we? Oh, it's been in for 3 weeks. Is that not a problem?
It's supposed to be about every 8 hours, isn't it? 8 hours of sewing.
Yeah, absolutely. But I'm trying to get into the habit of changing it every project because, it makes a difference. It's like when you change your blade in your rotary cutter and you go, why didn't I do that about three weeks ago?
That's it. Oh, that's pretty fabric.
Well, you see, this is it. So this is the case in point. When you said if you're buying the whole shebang, I paraphrase, I don't think you said shebang. I mean, you know what I mean.
Too many syllables.
Bit too early. But this is in your emerald collection. And this was in the blues.
But it could have been in the emeralds because of the green.
Absolutely, because look.
The pinks.
But also, it's bringing out that purple as well, and that's the beauty of it. I put this with the blues. I could have put it anywhere, but if you're getting the whole, and I'm going to say it again, shebang, then you've got it all, and you will find other ways. And the number of beautiful fabric accidents that I've had with Kaffe, because I'm not very tidy, as anyone that's ever been in my workroom will attest to, and so fabric sort of gets everywhere, but in being everywhere, one will land next to another. I'm like, oh!
You notice it more, yeah.
I've never seen that colour come out of that fabric, and it's just because they happen to have been placed next to each other.
Now, I've got to interrupt for 2 reasons. We've got an email in from Claire, which I'll talk about in just a few moments. But before that, I need to let you know the complete collection is now limited in stock. Yep, we're down to our last 10% of the whole day's stock. As we've said, we've made those phone calls. We can't get any more. This is it, which I'm a little bit sad about because I was going to be going up the stairs when we finish. But anyway, we'll not worry about that. If you get yours, that's the main thing. Don't worry about anybody else. You get yours. Make sure that you're getting it in your basket, but make sure you're checking your baskets out. I'll reiterate what you're going to get in there in a few moments if we've got any left. But one thing we have had is a lovely email, and the email is coming from Claire. And Claire's asking about, because you were referring to interfacing or stabilisers and fabrics. And she's wondering which way, with regards to, was it with the cork, to work with the cork wadding? Can you suggest which way?
H640.
Sorry?
H640, Vaseline or Vaseline or Vaseline, however you say it, I'm never quite sure, as you can tell. But there's too many V's and S's and L's close together. But Vaseline, Vaseline H640, and it's a fusible fleece. It's a nice lightweight interfacing that matches the quality of the back of that weight-wise. So that's what I've used for this. But it always comes down to personal preference in the end. That's what I've used in this case. It's also what I've used for the bags behind, for those bags, but also bear in mind they are English paper pieced with hexiforms, which gives an additional weight because they are... I need to do a show and bring them on. I've got them on my website, but I haven't brought them on today, stupidly. So it's English paper piecing, but instead of paper, it's a piece of wadding that goes in. So you never take them out.
Clever.
So it already gives you. So that's almost doubly wadded, if you like. So which like gives it a very firm feel.
Wonderful.
So it's one of those things. It's always personal preference, isn't it?
Very much.
With waddings. Now, we're going to look at the zip. What I've just been doing is creating almost a mini binding. Okay. So you had the little squares. You know, I said we had those little extra cuts. Square, folded in half, then you fold the outside edges in, fold it over there. This is going to cover your zip end. Now, I don't really... Do I want to see that? Not really. Paper scissors. Don't use your posh ones. You can see how blunt they are from having, you know, sewn over paper. I'm going to be very, very cautious when I sew to make sure that I'm not going to sew over that metal bit there. Wonderful. But it is just going to cover. And again, you've got a little bit of generosity for starting and finishing there. That will get trimmed back. But it just... Wonderful. It makes your zip a bit posh.
Now, while you're doing that, Natasha, you guys, a bit of an update with regards to the bundle that you're going to get with your fabulous cork. I've got it here. You've got a huge piece of this. 3/4 of the stock has gone. So you are going to get, obviously, the pattern that Natasha's working with. You can get your fabulous cork with your little accessories. What other accessories come in with this one? Or is it just...
With the cork?
Yes. Oh, they come with the tassels and everything, don't they? I left those behind. There you go. You're getting these. Beautifully laid out on the cork. So there you go. You're going to get all of these for $15.99, and you're going to get you get your pattern with this one as well. Wow, gosh, that is a good value bundle.
The tassels and the fobs, they may vary in colour, only because I've just had some beautiful gold ones come in, so I might pop those in some. But you will get 3 with coordinating tassels.
Perfect.
And it's just upping the ante a bit, isn't it? I love it. Now, this zip needs to be about 7.5 inches, about. So I never worry about, I only ever sort of worry if I've not got a big enough zip. And even then, you can turn this sort of thing into a zip extender.
Yes.
But all I'm going to do, because it's not a metal zip, chop the end off.
Oh, so you're going to do the same up that end?
Yeah. And that just finishes it. So
Can I do a quick recap while you're doing that then? Is that all right? The only reason I say it is because we need to, because it's so busy. I'm sorry. We'll go back to Natasha, don't worry. She's just putting the zippy thing on the end of her zip. So we will be back in a few moments. But the mega bundle, it is incredibly limited in stock now. Now, if the details on your screen are going to get you everything that you're looking at here, all 40 of those beautiful fat quarters. Now, of course, it's made into kind of 4 segments, because the way that this started off originally was 4 options of your one-day special. And they are available, 3 of those options are available, the details at the bottom of your screen. Now, that's what you'd be paying for one of these sets of 10. Now, it might be a case that you go for the greens that we've just looked at. You can't go for the blues. Those ones have gone. They're only available in the big bundle. But basically what you were getting was 10 fat quarters in either your pink, your tropical or your green. The blue sold out last night. And you were getting an £8 saving on each one of those. Well, the mega bundle that you've got on the screen still means you're taking advantage of those savings. So you've got your 8, your 16, your 30... No. You've got £32 saving overall.
You save a lot.
Then you've got the additional £10 saving there on your screen. So £42 saving overall, and the ability to spread the cost over 3 payments. What that means is, rather than paying £34.49 to get hold of that one, and then thinking, oh, I'm actually going to add that second one in as well. You don't have to. You will get all of those, and you're actually only going to be paying an extra £8 on top of what you were going to be paying for any one of those one-day specials in the first place, which of course can't be the blue because it's sold out.
So you're basically saving a whole month's worth of payments?
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, when you put it like that.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
That's quite a big saving.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's another way of putting it, Sasha. I might try that one more than doing me times table. Might be better off with that one.
It all sounds good to me.
Details are on your screen. If you do want to get hold of them, please do go for your big bundle. It's busy on the phone lines, busy on the website. Lots of you realising that this could well be your last opportunity to get hold of all 10 of these bundles together. We've made phone calls. We can't bring them back as they are. They are potentially available as half-metre pieces. So if there's particular ones that you like, then yes, you can go for those. Or particular colour groupings with your pinks, with your tropicals, with your greens, then that's fine. They're available at the bottom. But it doesn't really make sense to go for those when you are saving £8 on every single one and that extra tenner. And, of course, keep forgetting about the prize drawer as well. And don't forget, we've added into the prize drawer as well those gorgeous Tilda fabrics. 7 half-metre pieces going into our prize drawer. So,
the whole table.
I don't think they get the table as well.
No, but I mean,
yeah,
like everything that's on the table. Yes. Or do they just, if they're buying in this hour, do they just, I mean, just 7 half metres?
Added in. So each one-day special show has been an extra little bit that's been added in.
But yesterday it was like 2 metres by 2 metres 70 of backing fabric that went in.
Extra 7 going in now.
That's amazing.
And that's just 2 shows. It's a huge bundle, really fabulous bundle with all sorts of elements in there. So if you're just getting started or you're a seasoned sewer, then you've got something in there that's going to suit you as well. So, and it's all going to be drawn. You enter any of those ads. It's Sunday. Is it 11 o'clock? Yeah, 11 o'clock show. That's when we'll be announcing the winner.
Amazing.
And it won't be me because I'm not allowed to enter.
Oh, that means I'm not allowed either.
Yeah, but I'm not bitter.
You've missed out on your blue. You can't get the... Maybe you can have the table.
I could have the table, yeah. You can have the table.
Just nothing that was on it. You'll have to make your own display. Rummage around in your stash, Hayley, see if you can make it look pretty. Talking of rummaging, we're going to just add the tab. This is something I keep forgetting to add, so I'm going to add it on now.
Okay.
And this just means that we have something to attach our lovely fobs to make it the said wristlet. Which is fab. This could be, I mean, I've said I'm going to, you know, when we go out, I don't know why I keep saying this. I'm a mother of a 2-year-old. I don't go out.
I was going to say, yeah.
I'm going to be prancing on the nursery school run with
I'm kind of
this.
thinking, now I can go out. I'm like, do I actually want to? Because I can't
go anywhere anyway. I know everyone's saying, I can't wait to go out for a night. I'm like, yeah, I kind of gave up that
just
joy
go out
with
and then
children.
be back by 9:30.
Yeah, that's it. And in my comfies. And it's like, that's fine, but can I go out in an elasticated waistband? Is that okay?
And your onesie and slippers.
Kind of got used to it now. My friend for zips is wash away quilter's tape.
Yes.
It's my biggest hack that I absolutely absolutely love, and it just makes life so easy. I was a zip phobe before, and I hated doing zips just because it involved a lot of pins, generally some blood, not gonna lie, and just because I'm not great with pins.
Okay.
And so this is great because now I don't need any pins. That's it tacked in place. The other thing, if you don't have the wash away quilter's tape, maybe if you do EPP, you'll have the Soline glue pen.
Yes.
Does the same sort of job. It's just for me a case of how can I stick everything in place without it moving, and if any of it ends up showing, is that a problem? No, just rub it with a damp cloth and it will go away. Perfect. Love that. So again, I'm doing that there. So your zip sandwich is right sides together with your zip and your fancy schmancy.
Yeah.
Get another technical. So you're getting all my technical terms today. Yeah.
I'm writing them down.
That's only so you can understand me.
Well, yeah, I must admit I don't know how to spell smanchy panchy.
No. I mean, I'm a bit dyslexic, so it will change every time anyway. And then your lining fabric is right sides together with your outer fabric. And for, I'm going to be honest, years, I used to have to look that sandwich up. And I still do check. Like, when that's turned out, yep, that's going to be right.
I always do exactly as you're doing there, just, yeah.
And
I don't think there's any sewers that don't, to be honest. It's a lot quicker to check and double check at this stage than to start sewing and then unpicking. I think that's the key thing. And the more tired you are, the more reason for you to actually check it before you sew it, because if you're going to make any mistakes, it's going to be when you're tired.
Completely with you there. Now, I cheat with zips in so many ways. So I'm going to shut that zip, and I've got my zip foot on. I'm going to start over here, just actually put my my machine to where it needs to be, forwards, backs. And then, as we go along, it suddenly occurred to me the other reason I did not like zips. Oh God, it's like confessions of a zip phobe, isn't it? The other reason I didn't like zips was because I was taught at school that you had to lift your presser foot and then rummage and wrestle with that zip tab to move it past. What is going on? Do you know what? I've got a stitch that will happily just stop that for a minute. I'm going to move my zip out the way and carry on. Yeah. And then I'm not having to wrestle. And once, it sounds so stupid now, Hayley, but once I gave myself permission to do it slightly differently, hang on, I've come undone, slightly differently to how I'd been taught at school.
Yes, yeah.
And realised
that's the thing, yeah, just give yourself permission.
It isn't just one way to do stuff, it's okay to do it this way. Again, no one is going to know. That line of stitching is in your lining. No one's going to know. You know, you're not doing it in front of a lot of people.
That's it, exactly, and it's still going to open. It doesn't matter if you're giving this as a gift to somebody, they're not going to know how you put it together, so don't worry about it.
Well, they're not, are they? Now, you can finger press, you can press with your iron just to get this out of the way. And I say every time, we all had that anorak. We've all had that anorak, that court, right? So by just putting a line of stitching, top stitching along here, and again, what I'm doing is I'm using the edge of my zipper foot there just to hold that line so that it's straight, but I'm making sure that this is pulled out of the way. That is stitching that fabric away from the zip teeth, which means that you're never going to get into that slightly uncomfortable scenario of you're there trying to pay for your drinks and you can't because your zip's stuck. And it's a bit awkward.
Talking of awkward, the bundle that Natasha's working with the cork in there has sold out. Need to have a chat with Natasha, so make sure you do come back at 12 o'clock and we'll let you know how we've got on with that one. For the time being, details are on this screen. Keep a note of it. This is what you will get if we can get more of them. We'll potentially be on extended delivery, but keep a note of the item number, but join us at 12 and we will confirm that. So thank you to everybody that took advantage of that in the meantime as well. Yes, very, very busy. We've got about 7 minutes left, so I'm going to let you carry on and then we'll tell everybody again what we've got in the show.
Okay, so I'm repeating the exact same process on the other side. Again, this time I'm double checking, I'm right sides together now. And this time, what I'm also going to line up are my edges here, making sure then that everything is going to align beautifully. Now, you might be going, Natasha, your zip's not long enough. Why did you cut it? This is the first time I've encountered this in a pattern, and I was nervous and I thought it was a mistake, but it's not, because when we sew, what happens is that actually that will happen, but you're never stitching through multiple layers. We've all got to that hump where the zip is, and sort of gone. It doesn't happen with this. It's a really clever design, and I will be using that knowledge in my future designs as well. This is where I love to do other people's stuff, because I learn so much.
We all learn from each other. You never stop learning.
It's a really gorgeous thing, and especially, you know, when people are generous with their knowledge, I think that's great. And I think that as crafters, and especially as sewers, it is such a generous community. I love it, really love it. There we go. So that's all there, and I'm just going to stitch down as I previously did, thinking, where is my zip? Which end did I put my zip? It's there. Move it down there, and off we go.
When you've opened it up so you don't kind of find, you need a turning bit.
Yeah, well, I'm not at that stage yet. This is just so that I will, and can you remind me to? Actually, yeah, you've just, because I've done that now twice on air with this, where I've gone, and it's so lovely, because I get down to here, I go, there it is, and then I move it out of the way, and in moving it out of the way, I then shut it, and then I forget to open it again. So hold that thought, Hayley, because I'm going to need you to remind me about that in a minute. In a minute. Where have I got to? Here we are. Yeah, I would have done it again. I would have done it again, Hayley, if you hadn't have just said that. I still might.
Things that you've done loads of, but there are worse things that you could do.
So then again, we're going to just whiz down. Make sure you keep the other lining out of the way. I've done that. Have you done that before as well?
Yes.
Where you go through and then you have to unpick again because, whoops, you weren't quite careful enough. We'll whiz down here. My stitching might not be like entirely straight because I'm hurrying, but and again, just making sure that lining is out of the way. Okay, next up, before we stitch around, so open your zip. Thank you, Hayley, open your zip. Right sides together. You will line up and clip together where your
dots.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You supply the words because I've forgotten them. There. So these parts where it's going to look really great if you can actually get those seams. So that's definitely one I'm going to clip.
Brilliant.
And here. Discovering little things like this was the step up from me, from making something and going, it looks like I've made it.
Yes, it looks professional.
People saying, oh, where did you buy that?
Now, Natasha, have you got to stitch around that outside parameter? Is that what you're about to do?
Would you like me to, or would you like me to make that?
Well, only because I was going to do a quick recap, so it's up to you.
Recap away, honestly, yeah.
So, quick recap, and I'm glad that Natasha said that because we're down to single figures. So, this could potentially be your last chance. As we go into the break, if you've got it already in your basket, please check your baskets out as soon as you possibly can, if not before we get to the end of the hour. Especially if you're going to be placing your order on the phone line, get on the phone line now. Obviously, we're going to be finishing in the next few moments. We have that 5-minute break before we come back at 12 o'clock, but not 12 o'clock. That is a big break if we come off air at 9. But before we go into the show at 9 o'clock. So, yeah, make sure you're getting hold of it. That's basically the way that it is. This is made up of all 4 of the original one-day specials with their £8 saving and an additional £10 on top. So although it says a £10 saving on your screen, in reality, you're actually saving £42 overall. You've also got the ability to spread the cost over 3 payments, which means that rather than paying £34.49 for each of those one-day specials, I'm leaving that one out because that one is no longer available as a one-day special. Instead of that, you're paying just an £8 extra from that original payment you were thinking of paying to be able to pay the first flexi buy on all of them, and you will get that blue one-day special that has sold out. You've got second and third payments to go out, but I can assure you these 40 pieces of fabric, American size fat quarters, absolutely beautiful quality for you to work with, and you will be so glad that you went for them all, because believe you me, if you've gone for one of these, when you see the quality, if you've never worked with them before, you will wish that you'd gone for more of them. We're down to single figures though. I doubt very much we'll be talking about this when we come back at 12 o'clock. So if you've got it in your basket, please check your basket out. The details are there on your screen, 845 816. But if you just want one of the one-day specials, the 3 options left, the details are at the bottom of your screen there. Some frantic sewing going on over there, Natasha. We're down to the last minute.
Yeah, get in there, get in there, get in there. I just want to be able to turn it through and show you. I even remember to stitch in it, well, not stitch the turning through gap. I mean, it's
well, yeah.
I feel like I've got a wingman here, Hayley,
I'm
with
happy,
you.
Happy that you remember, because I was distracted, so I couldn't remind you.
It's all good, it's all good. The trouble is I get distracted.
Easily done. Now, of course, we're down to the last 30 seconds of the hour, so do make sure you do rejoin yourself and Natasha at 12 o'clock. Last couple left of those complete bundles. Will it be here at 12? Will it not be? I know where one of them will be going if there's any left. So 845 816. Details are on your screen there. Last 20 seconds of the hour. Frantic sewing going on. How have you got on, Natasha?
I just have to make the wristy bit that goes with it, but that is essentially
I love it. And do join us at 12 to see if we've got more of that cork set. I'll see you a little bit later on. Natasha will too. Now we've got fabulous arconuts and brand new items in Picture This. I think Andy's joining us via Skype. And then we've got Cool Cats Cuts. Perfect. Finished. I can't roll my arse. And then we've got Ranger. Can't wait to see you a little bit later.
Exciting news! For the 5th year in a row, Hochanda has been awarded the top accolade of Platinum Trusted Service Award from Feefo. These awards recognise businesses that deliver exceptional experiences as rated by you, our customers. And we're honoured to have been selected. The Trusted Service Award means you can shop with confidence, based on the reviews from over 60,000 Hochanda customer experiences. Thank you for your independent reviews. It means a lot to us.
Hi, I'm Bev. Hi, I'm Sam, and we are from Be Crafty. Be Crafty is a family-run company. Sam is my sister, and we love bringing brand new products to Hochanda. We manufacture and design all our own ranges of stamps, inkables, MDF, lots and lots of inspiration that we love to bring and share with you. If you tune in to Hochanda to join us, you'll see that mine and Bev's style are totally different. But what that does is it brings you lots of styles and techniques that you can include in your crafting too. Our ranges are increasing all the time with the lovely hand-drawn images that Sam and myself are trying to bring to you, plus the fantastic new designs that we like to bring in the inkables, in the dinkables and the MDF as well, so you can use them across all different sorts of crafts and bring the best we can to Hochanda too. So make sure you don't miss the Be Crafty shows on Hochanda.
Flexi-order has arrived at Hochanda. What is Flexi-order? When you place an item on Flexi-buy in your basket, you qualify for Flexi-order, which means any other items you add to your basket will also be included in your Flexi-buy payments, so you can spread the cost over multiple monthly payments. After your first payment is made, your entire order will be dispatched. When you add at least £60 worth of any items to your shopping baskets, either online or on the phone, you'll qualify for our Flexi-order offer. This means you can spread the cost of your order over equal monthly Flexi-buy payments, offering you the extra flexibility when you shop with us. Flexi-order, making your shopping experience with Hochanda easier.
Hi, I'm Gina Barrett from Gina B Silkworks.
We're a family company specialising in traditional crafts for the modern maker. Most of our products involve textiles and age-old techniques, from button making, lace making, weaving, and other forms of passementerie. I hope you'll be able to tune in to the Gina B Silkworks shows here on Hochanda.
Hi, I'm John Lockwood from John Next Door and Crafts 2. I've been with Hochanda since the very, very beginning, and I've been crafting a lot longer than that. My crafting journey's taken me through all different types of crafting, from stamping and die cutting to colouring and inking, and loads of different things. I've been working with Crafts 2 now for over 3 years, and they produce the John Next Door brand, distribute it, and make sure that everything is perfect in that. This allows me to work with the fantastic Crafts 2 tools and products, as well as some of their other amazing brands such as 2J Stamps, Presscut, and the Craft Artist range of glues and consumables and inks. I really find that this partnership is extremely strong and helps me bring out the best of my products and all the other products within the Crafts 2 stable and the ones that I design. So don't miss the John Next Door and Crafts 2 shows on Hochanda.
Hello, sorry, chatting away. Lovely to have your company. I'm really, really chuffed I've got this hour. I love everything picture this. The artwork is amazing, the stamps are so cool, but we've got brand new products as well. Obviously, I'm chunnering on. I can see our Andy's face. Good morning, Andy.
Hello, you chicken, how are you?
Oh, I'm all right, love. I haven't spoke to you in ages. How are you doing?
Not too bad, not too bad. Been a bit out of sorts, but I think most people know that. But better now, by far.
Good. Yeah, I did see a post actually that you're a bit out of sorts, love. Well, it's nice to see you, and you're looking well, and I'm glad you're feeling okay as well. You're getting better.
Yeah,
Good.
Much better than I was.
Oh, that's a relief, my love. That's a relief. Now, our lovely Andy. Obviously, we've got loads of fantastic stamps, but these are brand new, aren't they, Andy? Tell us a little bit about these and the thought process behind them.
Well, they're so brand new. Me and Nige, when we first sort of bumped into each other before we became chums, that's when we came up with this idea called Outlines, and we just never put it in place. I don't know why. We were doing all sorts of things and having lots of adventures and a lot of curries, as it turned out.
Curries and beer.
Yeah, we came up with this idea, and it was the technology that defeated us, because neither me nor the Nige are particularly sort of bright or smart when it comes to tech. But we finally got it worked out, and basically, we put something in place for something else we wanted to do.
Yeah.
And I went, hang on a minute, that's an outline, because we've always called them outlines. And we're literally talking 25 years ago.
Yeah.
And I started to do a little sort of doodles, and we had a big sit down to think about it, and we went right back to where we first started.
Yeah.
And so the one you've got there, the Fisherman's Wharf, you'll probably be, or certainly the customers will be very familiar with that, because it's one of the most popular stamps we do.
Yes.
And what I did, we put this pack together for the people that are not really stampers, or who haven't got enough time to get a full range of stamps going. And you see, now that one there, can you just hang on to that one? Yeah. Now that stamp, which I call a weird name, but is actually Railway Cuttings.
Yes.
Let me see if I don't know if I can find it to hold it up for you. I
bet we've got it.
There it is. I've got it.
There you go. Let's have a look at Andy. Yeah.
Right. Can you see that? That's Railway Cuttings. It's all right. There's a little bit of a delay. That's better.
Yeah.
Right. Now, what you're holding in your hand, sorry, I'm going to go all over the place, but what you're holding in your hand, the outlines, is slightly different. Okay.
Yeah.
So while it's fully compatible with the stamp, it will work with the stamp. It's designed to be with the stamp. See that one's like pot-bellied?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it. That's it.
Hey,
and the one
Andy.
next to it is stretched taller.
Oh, yeah.
So what we've got, it will. The idea is it'll work with your stamp, but it also carries that little bit more character.
Yes.
I've put the characters in there just to make sure you don't get any free space and it's all filled with groovy stuff.
Cool.
That has been designed and put onto 160 gram GSM Arctic White card.
Beautiful.
The idea is that those multiple images there on the lighter card are for cutting out and for mounting to create your cards with.
Amazing. Amazing.
Now, I don't know if you can see that one. That's another 160 gram.
Yeah.
And it looks like you're getting double the image.
Yes.
But you're not.
Oh, really?
I'm holding these two. Now, when you cut them apart...
Yeah. Oh. Okay.
See?
Yeah.
It's been designed that you... I can't even see over that, I'm too short.
Higher. Higher, Andy.
Don't make me laugh. I'm trying to be dead professional. He said in his kitchen.
Don't worry about that, love. That'd be weird.
Yeah, weird rules, okay. So what I'm trying to say is there's an awful lot of thought gone into this.
Yeah.
We've tried to make sure that's the one on its own. That's the Victoria Terrace without any accessories.
I love it.
Is that the 300 gram card?
Yes, this is all the smooth card. I've showed you the watercolour, so now this is all the smooth card that we're showing you now.
Oh, it was the watercolour. It's difficult to tell on the screen. I'm
Yeah, it
staring
is.
intently at you. I'm sorry about that. Now the idea of the card is that you've got a single image of each design in the card, a heavyweight card, and that's for your crayons, your pencils, your Copics. Oh, sorry, other alcohol pens are available.
Yeah, absolutely.
Alcohol pens. And basically, to really go mad with the colouring. It's a fantastic colouring exercise.
Yeah.
As I say, these are for colouring up, and if you choose to cut them out and to actually mount them. I discussed, that was Gus, by the way, if you heard that. I think the postman just walked by.
We like interruptions like that. It makes us giggle. Now, Andy, you've got
Gus.
different weights as well. So this is more of a paperweight, isn't it?
Right, that's the 80 gram, and again, it's on a really good one. And the idea is that, you see, when you've got the stamps, you can stamp yourself a mask, can't you?
Yes.
Yes. With these, they've all been altered and changed, and they're different shapes. So what we've done is made sure that on an 80 gram paper, a masking paper, you'll be able to actually cut them out, and when you're creating on your own, you'll be able to stamp over them because you have the masks for exactly these images too.
Amazing.
We've really tried to think it through. I mean, we're always open to suggestions.
Yeah.
Nice one, obviously. Some of them are painful.
Sorry.
Yeah.
You've got the lighter weight paper, because obviously we've got the watercolour cardstock, then we've got that beautiful smooth card, then we've got the 160 and then the 80, haven't we? So you've got lots of different. So these are the 80 that you were saying about almost creating your own masks and things.
That's what we've put them in for masking.
Amazing.
Yeah, and they relate mainly to the images that not seen.
Yeah.
The scenes, which is the full, ceramic thing, scénaric. They're in the 300 gram card and the watercolour paper, which I haven't mentioned because I didn't realise that's what you were holding up.
Yeah. I'm going to show you watercolour again, just to confirm. So I've shown you the super smooth there. I've shown you the 180 and the 80, 120 and the 80. 160, sorry, I was waiting for that because I couldn't remember it. We've then got the watercolour card, and we're getting 2 of each of these, and it's 280. So this is a really substantial watercolour card stock, isn't it, Andy?
and it's good stuff too. It's probably what I would describe as a top quality student paper.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's incredibly good. It's very good. It's more than good enough for pretty much. I quite enjoy it myself.
Yeah.
But we've included 2 because people I know are frightened of watercolour.
Yeah.
Okay. And they're more worried about doing it wrong or getting it wrong or ruining it than they are anything else. And that usually is, well, it's a self-fulfilling.
Fulfilling, what's it? Self-fulfilling thingy.
Self-fulfilling prophecy. yeah. I'm okay. My head's adrift. It's still a bit behind. But yeah, so you get 2 sheets of these, so you don't have to be frightened of it. You can actually go in knowing that you've got a fail-safe.
Beautiful.
And one of the qualities of this, which is very important to the customers and to students of watercolour, is it's incredibly good for lifting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now that might be something that some folk are not familiar with, but there is a misunderstanding that watercolour paper, once you make a mistake, that's it, it's finished, it's done. It's not the case.
Yeah.
This particular paper is very, very good. If you make a mistake, you will be able to lift it out to a large degree.
Yes.
So again, you can work with, well, it took us a while to source this, but you can work with some degree of confidence. The other thing that's worth mentioning, I'm doing a lot of rattling.
I'll interrupt you in a minute, don't worry, love.
To say things. The other thing that's worth mentioning is on the card, the white card, the printing is in black.
Yeah.
On the watercolour paper, you'll notice it's in a soft grey.
Yes.
Like a pencil grey.
And you can see the difference there. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
that
Now
I'm
the
trying to show
idea
difference.
is that becomes like a line and wash, and whereas the watercolour, the outline isn't fighting with your painting. It's complementing it.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah,
So,
you can see the difference there.
Yeah,
Perfect.
Yeah,
Yeah.
whereas, as I say, the card is more like a traditional stamp, with a chunky outline and plenty of room to go at with your pencils.
Yeah. Do you know what, Andy? These are lovely. Can we let you get ready for your demonstration?
Oh, yeah.
Right, you get yourself ready, kid. Okay, these are seriously busy. So already over 30% of the stock has gone. Very busy indeed. Something that's been planned for ages, but now we are seeing come to fruition. You are getting 27 A4 printer sheets. So you're getting 10 of the watercolour. You're then getting 7 of the 300, which is that super smooth, which is great for your alcohol pens. You're then getting 5 of the 160, and then you're getting 5 of the 80, which Andy said are brilliant for creating your masking images. I mean, they're all based, I do always love seeing the original art, all based on the original art. Absolutely fabulous. I mean, there's so much that goes into these. There's so much detail. Obviously, when you bring them to life, adding your colour. I mean, look at the stained glass window. Do you know what I mean? Oh, there's so many things in every single one of Andy's paintings. They're amazing. Now, that has been brought to life, obviously, with that blast of colour, and that's exactly what you're going to do here. 989-114. You do have to be quick with this. It's so busy, brand new today. Now, we do have the stamps, of course, on the website. The stamps, as Andy's been chatting about, they'll mix and match with these perfectly, or they are standalone, of course. Thing is, we picture these stamps. You start collecting these so you can build up your own gorgeous things, your own villages, your own towns, your own beautiful seaside escape. There's so many things you can do with these. Please have a little look through there. Really good reviews on all of those. £10.99 is your price there. And I'll show you just some of the lovely things that you can do with these. So, obviously, there's some of the wonderful things that you can do with the stamps. These are the stamps. We haven't got any for the card. These are just your stamps. But you can see the type of things that you can build up with your stamps, but also with the beautiful brand new card, you can do this kind of thing, most definitely. They're absolutely beautiful. And obviously, when you're stamping it yourself, you're doing it again and again and again. But the card that we're selling today, I mean, it allows you to do so many more things. Aren't they fabulous? Look at that. How cool is that? Beautiful. Right, if you do want any of your stamps, £10 and £99. Obviously, different designs, loads of different ideas, but the star of the show, and definitely the thing that is just flying out the door, £15 and £99. Now, we have got a little clip to inspire you. Shall we show you that and then get back to our Andy? We shall. Have a little look at this, and this is some of just a beautiful artwork that you can be creating. We will be back with Andy in a minute, but he's faffing about. What's he up to? He's trying to work his eye. Poor love. He did say technology, not the strong point. So while our Andy's getting himself sorted, we'll go and show you the stamps. It's okay, we've got plenty to look at because we've got the beautiful stamps. So this is your first one. This is your Fisherman's Wharf, and if I put it the right way around, I'm telling you, how many years have I been doing telly? Still no good at that bit. Now, you can see the detail. I love these. The quality of the stamps are amazing, but it's all those beautiful little extra details, the attention there. I mean, when you look under the arch, you go through the arch. You know, you've got so many gorgeous sort of quirky, it's the quirky roofs and all the lovely sort of wobbly chimney pots. Absolutely adorable. That's your first one, Fisherman's Wharf, £10 and £99. What I do love about these is the way you build up your scenes, you know, and how many mix and match beautifully. Now, the next one that we've got for you there, that is our customs house. So with this one, again, absolutely stunning. You can see the lovely, look at the detail, the lovely little, I love all the little wobbly chimney pots. You've got the stairs going up there. You've got the big hook, which I presume they put stuff on so they could carry it upstairs, I presume. Absolutely fabulous. Now, that is your customs house, £10 and £99, 424 804. We'd love pictures, you know. If you've got any of these, then we'd love to see what you've been doing with them. So do send those in. Now, next, Captain's Cottage. And again, look at that. See, don't you just want to go and visit these houses? You want to go and have a little nosy around, don't you? Because they just look absolutely gorgeous. You've got all those beautiful windows. Again, the detail. Oh, and that outside, that's where they put the fire in, isn't it? You know, one of them basket things outside. And they used to put, is it a beacon? Is that what they call it? And I know they used to put the fire in, but I can't remember what it's called. Yeah, they're absolutely beautiful. Oh, they were called a beacon. Really cool detail. 308210 is your item number. Andy mate. He's having problems with his lights now. Blinking lighthouse. Talking of Andy's lights, blinking lighthouse. Hold on a minute, let me put it there. I like that because I can say it, and you know, it's a blinking lighthouse because the light's blinking, but I can say it, blinking lighthouse. Changes it all together, doesn't it? It sounds like the bulb's always gone. Oh, the blinking lighthouse. Bulbs out again. This is just fabulous. Lighthouses, they're one of those things, like they're just quite romantic, and you know, you just imagine being in the lighthouse and guiding all the ships in, but it's just got something quite romantic about it. I love, of course, the little house next to it. Again, the detail in all the brickwork, etc. And I like that scroll at the top, which is a separate stamp, so you can do loads with that one. That is indeed your blinking lighthouse. Have a look at this. So you've got all those beautiful layers, and that's what it looks like coloured in. And I mean, that's been stamped and embossed, so you can see the detail of these stamps. Absolutely glorious. £10.99 is your price for your lighthouse. 376909. Is he ready yet? Not yet. It's all right. It's all right, love. 20 past. Right, now, next. Little boats. Now, these are brilliant because this is where you add to your thing, you build up your picture. So I like it. It's nice. I can take Mickey out of hand. I'm sure he won't get offended. I'm only taking Mickey. You've got all these lovely little boats, and that's so cool for building up your scene. Imagine all the different stamps that these are going to mix and match. Like the lighthouse, obviously they're going to go with the lighthouse. The fisherman's dock, they're going to go with that one. They're so beautiful, and there's all sorts of different boats. If I just twist these around so you can see some of those at different angles, aren't they wonderful? You've also got some of the shipping tackle in there. You've obviously got different sizes, so you can really build up your scenes. So you can build up you know, you can bring them into the foreground. You can obviously change the perspective of your image depending how you actually position your boats. And I like that. That's a bit dry, isn't it? Hey, they haven't had any rain for quite a while. Now, if you do want to get hold of these, so cool. Only £10.99. That's your price. 9788856. Now, next we've got for you little beach huts. Oh, I love beach huts. Now, these are super dreamy beach huts. So you have got, oh, look at those. Now, if I just spin that so you can see it properly, because I don't like seeing it on its side, that one. So that's your first beach hut, which is a fair size beach hut, to be fair. Have you got a beach hut? Have you got a beach hut? Molly's got a beach hut. We have suddenly become so jealous. Molly's got a beach hut. Oh, I love beach huts. I love the one, look, that's like a little caravan. Then you've got your row of beach huts. Oh, honestly, I just find them absolutely gorgeous. You've then got the one at the top with all the little wheels. Oh, that is my favourite. Only £10.99. Loads of gorgeous little beach huts on there. And your item number is 851677. Your item number. Again, so much you can do with these. Is he still faffing? Next. In a minute, I'll nip and get me ink pad and we'll do some stamping while Andy's busy with a bit of technology. I'm only teasing him. I could get me watercolour pens. Oh, I've left my pencils at home. I can't even colour in for you. Anyway. Oh, poor Andy, poor Andy. I'm just taking the mickey out of him. He's probably there swearing at his iPad or whatever it is he's trying to muck with at the minute. Okay, your boats. Again, different sizes, different styles. These will beautifully go alongside the other boats. But again, you're building up scenes with these. And if I spin that round so you can see the other one as well. And again, it's the detail, isn't it? You know, all the rigging on there, all the way you can colour these in. Because, of course, these lend themselves beautifully. Yes, he's ready. Because you can colour them in with watercolour, they look amazing with that beautiful loose watercolour. But obviously you can use all different types of mediums, so it doesn't have to be watercolour. I mean, using your alcohol pens, and you'll get a much crisper finish on these. Yep, love them, love them. If you would like to get hold of that one, now I do believe that one's that one, isn't it? Is it? I think so. Yeah, love these. £10.99. That's your price. 454270 is your item number there. Andy, mate. So funny. Okay, I love technology. It's brilliant. I mean, these here lockdown malarkeys, they've really forced us to do things differently, haven't they? Okay, there are queues on the phones now. This is fabulous because this is almost like a different perspective of that lighthouse, isn't it? So we saw the lighthouse coming in from over the houses, but now we think we're happy, but now we're looking at it from a different perspective, and I really like that. Again, if you've got the boats, you can bring the boats into the front of this scene. You know, you can be adding little things like seagulls and things. I mean, it's just so detailed, but it'd make a beautiful background. So if you had that in the background and then one of the gorgeous boats right in the foreground, and really create that perception of this just fading out. Beautiful. 404-885, that's your item number. He's ready. Andy, love.
Hey.
Hey, have you nailed it?
Hey, you say I'm ready, but I'm not entirely sure if I am.
Oh, Andy. It's only took you 24 minutes, love. If you can just pop your card a bit further up, that'd be grand. And to the left. That's it. Perfect! Right. Whoop, whoop! Andy, we're ready. We're ready.
Okie dokie.
Talk to us, my friend.
I'm actually looking for a particular picture.
Of course you are.
Oh, I tell you what, I'm looking at a screen that's about two. I can't see you.
Don't look at the screen. Just tell us what you're doing. Forget the screen.
No, we've had a few things with the way that the camera lines up and everything. It's a new tripod. I was pufferfish. Right. This is annoying, not being able to see what's going on at all. Let me show you this. Can you see that one? Are you there?
Is that the watercolour cardstock there?
That is the watercolour cardstock.
Amazing.
And this is something, your mate Scott Worsford, we were playing with this the other day. Nothing to do with this pack at all. This is just something I had.
Yeah.
And this is the watercolour paper, and this is something we produced, and it was kicking around on the table. And I thought, well, I'll show you all about it, because it does react very, very well to your washes, to your paint, to your colour. My colours are... I don't know if you can see that. There you go. It's a manky old plate.
Oh, that's a good old plate.
It is. That's been with me about as well. That's probably 30-odd years old. I know. I'd be heartbroken if ever it got... It's a big crack in it, actually. Right. What I was going to say was, it's a proprietary brand, a known brand of pigments, which I favour. But nothing special. It's something that you can go and buy up the high street.
Yeah.
And what I fancied doing, having shown you that... Can you see that one?
Yeah, we certainly can. That's beautiful.
Right. Now, that's again on the watercolour paper.
Lovely.
Okay, it's in that nice soft grey. Now, because my eyes aren't that clever, I tend to work like that. So you're going to have to bear with.
Yeah, we can bear with. That's fine.
Welcome to working with Andy.
Oh, it's okay, love. We're used to you.
That didn't help.
I hope you don't mind me teasing as well. I were teasing when you were trying to get set up.
Oh, were I?
Oh,
What? It's a technical problem. We've invested in some, this, that, and the other, and it's all a bit new to us. I'm just showing you wiping down my palette, and that's pretty much all it is. What I'm going to do, that's cobalt.
Beautiful.
Can you see me doing this?
Yeah, we can see what you're doing.
Yeah, unfortunately, I've got no monitor, and I used to rely on seeing the back of the camera, so I could see, what it was all happening, but now I'm flying blind.
We're watching, don't worry. If you need to move anything, I'll let you know, so just work us...
Yeah.
If you're working there, we can see everything you're doing.
You know what to say. I'm Andy. Fly me. Right.
10cc, 19 what? 1975, Marcus says.
Oh, in that case then, this one, okay, my head has come out the other side of this unpleasantness, a little bit addled, a bit Swiss cheesed, and I couldn't remember the name of it, and I just, for some unknown reason, my head kept calling it Haircut 100. Figure that out,
Perfect,
seriously, figure that out. It has now since been known as Haircut 100. Love Plus One, wasn't it?
Hold on, Marcus said number 3, 1982. And yeah.
Is he that good, or is he looking these
Oh, no,
up?
no, he's that good, honestly. Any record you make a little note to, Marcus is on it. He's on it.
Right.
Anyway,
Okay.
go, Andy.
I know, yeah. Look at that, I'm trying to chew gum and walk at the same time, so I've just been wafting this paint line. That's what's called a medium mix, okay? You see, I put some water down, I then actually use my pool to actually reconstitute, and now, watercolour-wise, spoon up.
Okay.
Spoon. Don't tippy-tippy, spoon.
Spoon it up.
Okay. And then, as quickly as you can.
Yeah.
Now, the idea of spooning this up is you end up with a reservoir, a pool.
Right.
Now, don't try and eke that out. Just keep going.
Okay.
All right. Now, sorry, this is actually going to be a watercolour demonstration, just in case you didn't. I'm not going to be making any cards. That's your forte. Don't be frightened of turning your paper. That's what it's for.
Yeah. And I like that you're not worrying about what you've done and trying to smooth it all out. You're literally just working along those lines initially, aren't you?
The most important thing with watercolour painting is timing.
Yeah.
I mean, what I will do, for easy's sake, I would probably go around the dicky birds, but what I should do, and I'm spooning up every time, pulling up a great big dollop, because as you see, it remains in a pool.
Yes.
A reservoir. Now, while it's that wet, and this is an obvious statement, it's not going to dry.
Yeah.
So you're not going to get what's called scarring. So again, with a full... Now, when you go across the edge, look, the edge is gone.
Ah, yeah. That's
See,
because, I get it, because if it had dried, that's when you get that line, isn't it?
That's it, that edge, it's called,
The edge.
And this whole process is called wet edge.
Right.
So you keep the wet... Now, there's a little bit there. I don't know if you can see, I keep looking up at this monitor.
Don't look at the monitor, Andy.
I know, it's about 3 minutes behind.
Just watch your painting.
I know. Now, look, what I've done is I've just... Where it started to dry, because near an edge, it will always dry first.
Yeah.
And then this is something... This is very posh technical modelling tool.
Loo roll.
Bog roll.
Bog roll.
The rollers.
Recycled.
I know a joke that I can't tell you.
Will we get taken off air?
yeah. Where's he gone? Now look.
Technical issues.
That's it. Yeah, we've escorted him to the car park.
Again.
I don't think it's happened yet. Sometimes I do find myself in the car park, but you know,
wonder what you're doing there.
Yeah.
So tell us what you're doing. So I can see the paint sort of moving gently up the page.
That's what I'm doing. Normally, I would have worked wetter than this, even. You
right.
know? But all that, the pigment had dropped into little pools because this is unstretched. Watercolour painters will know what I mean by unstretched. We're just working on the raw paper.
Yeah.
But what I'm doing, this is called a roll.
Right.
As I actually drain off into this corner the surplus paint, the pigment settles and sits down, into a much smoother layer.
I like
and
that.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a good technique, Andy. I like that.
It's one of the standards, and I'm going to show you something else now. If you think you've gone a bit too are you there? This is called a flat lift.
Okay.
The bogus the rollers.
The bogus the rollers. Yes.
Yeah,
does it matter that it's embossed?
Yeah, it does. But these, you know, this is not one I choose for myself.
Yeah. Oh, has someone been buying your posh loo roll, love?
Nothing posh about this, hold on. But just drop it down, heel of your hand. Oops.
Oh man, that's it.
That's why, and I've been telling all my students for a million years, that's why you don't use the fancy papers.
Yeah.
Because you get Christmas trees and puppies and all sorts embossed onto the surface.
Yeah, it's really annoying actually, isn't it? I know, I have trouble finding stuff that isn't embossed. Oh, look at that, that's just lifted, amazing.
I know, and that's what I was saying about the lift.
Yeah.
Now I've left this dark a bit. I pressed a little. Don't press too hard.
Yeah.
Because the watercolour paper, any watercolour paper, is very vulnerable when it's wet, and if you press too hard, it will bruise.
Right.
It literally will bruise. Where the fibres are broken and fractured, it's called a linter.
Yeah.
They'll crush and they'll expose the end, and the pigment will rush up the inside of the fibre, and it'll end up coming out like a bruise.
I've done that. I understand why it's doing it now. Thank you.
Yeah, my monitor's just caught up with me messing about with loo roll. Right, I'll switch it off because it's flickering in front of me. So
don't look at it.
I try not to, but this guy's really weird. There's a chap on there talking rubbish.
Just don't look. Okay,
Right.
what are you doing now, Andy?
A little bit of what's called indigo.
Okay.
You see that? There's a little.
Yes.
I've got light on this side, by the way, and not on that side. So because one of them was strobing, that was the other problem.
Oh, you've been having a few issues today, haven't you? You and your technicals.
Oh no, well it was, and yet, and Andy, the guy in technical,
Our
Andy,
wonderful tech, indeed.
Yeah, we worked all this out yesterday, and everything was fine.
Live telly.
Live telly.
As soon as you go live telly, it all goes. Yes, pear shape. That's the one.
Base over apex.
I nearly used the other expression that would have got me escorted out.
Where's Leonie? In the car park again. Right, I'm wriggling here a bit of burnt umber.
Okay.
And this is a blue and a brown is a classic way to get black.
Wonderful.
Or grey. And there you go, look, see?
Yeah.
For those people that don't know, I don't have black or Payne's grey on my palette. I always make my own.
Okay.
Now, I want to keep this on the blue side, and I'm going to thin it down a bit. To people, I didn't realise I used to do all stuff like this, and people would make me go back and say, what did you do then? What did you do then? What did you do then? And stuff that I just took for granted and did, like breathing, was new to some folks. So please excuse me if I sometimes appear to be labouring.
We do that. We take things for granted, don't we? And we just forget that. But that's it. It's lovely to see sort of every step that you're doing, especially when it comes to life.
Yeah, I was very worried actually that this is about colouring in. This whole demonstration is about colouring in. This whole product is about colouring in. And I've got so enamoured with the stamps, and, you know, I've lived and breathed them for sort of 2-3 years coming up, that all of a sudden I panicked because this wasn't stamping.
Yes.
You know, I keep expecting Janice to come on and go, do something. Which was a phrase from the very first live show I did, and has stuck with me, and it's burnt, etched onto my head. Do something. Right.
So what you're doing then? So you're using the edge now. There's the tip.
Now, this is a scrunchie. Okay. So basically, you take the same bog as the rollers, you fold it that way, and then you scrunch it up, so it's like lots of edges.
Beautiful. Oh, your phone now. Don't get phone, Andy. Whatever you do, don't get your phone.
Nobody ever calls me. It'll be the vicar.
They're not watching Hochanda, are they? Hey, you didn't tell your friends and your family you're on the Hochanda. They're ringing you.
I've got no friends and family.
Oh, it'll just be a lecky, man, then after you pay it bill. That's why your lights have gone off.
Probably somebody telling me my online shopping account has been, I don't know, something or other.
I love this because when you put that beautiful grey on initially, it looks so intense. I mean, that looks such a stormy night. But as soon as you lifted it off, it's just...
Yeah.
And you get that texture as well, don't you?
Yeah. And also, you get a little bit of what's called graticulation, okay?
Ooh, good word.
The longer you... Yeah, granulation, graticulation. Basically, it just means that the pigments that I've used don't like each other that much.
Right.
And so you mix them, which is a term of pointillism, which is a classic doings.
Yeah.
But they separate.
Yeah.
And funnily enough, they separate at different rates. What will happen is possibly the umber, which is a much coarser mix, will drop out of your mixture onto the paper.
Yeah.
And leave the blue in suspension. So when you actually lift the suspension off or the water off, it looks just that little bit warmer because it's got just that little bit of extra brown in, which is an earth red, which is warm.
Yeah.
Now what I'm doing is,
that's
again,
really interesting.
I'm just going around the edges, look, and I'm using, and here, hopefully, I'm going to be a clever dick.
Yeah.
And actually, see this edge? This is a scar edge we're talking about when you go down.
Yeah.
Now, watch. This is what this paper's really good for, especially for a newbie.
Is that more or less just a damp brush now, Andy?
Yeah, well, it's actually a little bit more than damp.
Has it got some colour on it?
No, it's clear water. Can you see? That's how wet it is, if you can see that.
Yeah,
it's basically a brush full of water and then the weight knocked out of it.
Right.
So it's touch more than damp, because what's going to happen, if it's moist...
Yeah. Oh, it drags that colour.
Yeah, if it's only moist, what will happen, it'll just move and push the pigment around. And what's even worse, as I've said, the watercolour paper is very, very delicate, very vulnerable. And if you've got dry pigment being pushed around, it'll force it back into the paper.
Right, okay.
And you'll never get it out. So you have it literally wet enough so that when you lift it, there, look, it's held in suspension.
Yeah. So the
and you
water
can leave it.
Okay.
Yeah, you can leave it there just quietly while you work on. And then you can lift the suspension, and that's give us... You're the right way up, aren't you?
Lovely.
Right.
That's...
Sorry, were you going to speak then?
No, I was just going to say that's ace. That's all. It's ace, that.
Right good.
Right good. So what you're putting on now, because that looks dark, is that that's the same colour, is it?
It's the initial mix, yeah, because what I'm doing is I'm now showing you how you can just get different flavours. I don't want to get too excitable, too advanced, but I do want to show... Excuse me. Do want to show folk that it's just a very, very simple process.
Yeah.
Now here, I've got that damp brush, not quite as heavy with water as last time, and this is a toe and heel. And I'm just putting the heel down and putting the toe of the brush in. And what happens is it wets the surface here, and the water where it's touched the pigment, the wash, will actually migrate into that wet and give you a lovely soft wet.
Yeah.
If I can show you here, and this is a bit more obvious. Okay, you ready? Heel down, toe in. If it resists, just give it a bit of a wriggle. Okay.
Amazing. Oh, I love that. Yeah, I love how you see it softly migrating over. That looks cool.
Yeah, and it'll give you a graduated blend, and it's dead easy.
That's it.
Oh, hang on. Is that the right way up for you?
That's the right way up, love. Yeah, it's same as
sorry.
Same.
Yeah, I know. I got years of working with people, and so you spin it round to show them what you're doing.
Oh,
I do think that's a bit heavy, so with a bit of texture, I'm just going to take the worst out and leave the effect.
Amazing. Andy, that looks so good. That looks so good.
You can't see it. I don't know if you can see it.
I can see the
there,
blue.
There's an extra blue.
Yeah, definitely. You can see that blue.
About that reticulation. I've lifted out the pigment above.
Yeah.
Let's just soften that, and you can carry on working on this. You're modelling it.
Yeah.
Right.
Andy, before you move on to your next bit, can I give everybody a quick update on things?
Oh, of course you can, yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, I was hoping you would.
I were waiting for a natural pause, our lovely Andy. We'll be back with you in a few seconds. Okay, so these are absolutely flying out the door. Remember, brand new today. Andy's working on the watercolour. So you have got your watercolour, you've got that beautiful super smooth, you've got your papers as well. It means you can do so many different things. We are approaching already 70% of the stock gone. Remember, you're getting 2 of each design. They're so detailed. I love what Andy's showing us, because you can really enjoy working on this. I mean, the cardstock is lovely. It does allow you to create so many different looks. Definitely get your watercolours out with this. Do what Andy's doing, you know, really play with, always. Honestly, I drive myself mad. Really play with your watercolours and use those techniques that Andy's sharing with us, and all those fantastic building up those colours. We've now moved on, and you can see the colour change in the ink. This is now the smooth, and this is a really dark black, and that means with the watercolour, it's more subtle. It just fades in, whereas this one, when you're building up, especially if you're using your alcohol inks, you've got that really nice bold outline. And of course with these, all the detail that you get in the stamps, you've got it here. So if you're not a stamper, they're perfect. If you just want something different to use, they're absolutely perfect. You know, you will use these in so many different ways. But you have to check your basket set. It's so busy right now. £15.99. I'm really pleased you're loving these, because you know a lot of work goes into to Andy's work that they bring us, and obviously the quality, they always make sure they bring you top quality. Over 70% of the stock has now gone. Please check your baskets out, folks. £15.99 is your price. Now I'll just quickly mention the key side. Now this is one of the beautiful stamps, and this has been really busy, and in fact 50% of the stock has gone. Remember, you have got your lighthouse, but it's from a different perspective. So now you've got this one, which again allows you to look in on the scene from a different angle. Please, if you've got your boats, or if you haven't got your boats, get the boats with this, because the boats will match up. Where's my boats? The boats are going to match up so well with these. Hold on a minute. Let me just get... Sorry. No, not that one. Sorry. I'm nearly there, aren't I? I'm there now. I got it. So, look, because the little boats, you can imagine that as your background, but then you can imagine your boat right at the foreground there. You see what I mean? So you'll get that. Let me get hold of that. So you'll get that little boat bobbing about in the foreground. It really allows you to create perspective, and that's exactly the kind of thing they've thought about when creating these. The end user, you know, they're taking them from original pieces of art, which allows them to think, okay, this stamp will do this, this will do this. So please make sure, isn't that just fabulous? I love seeing his artwork. It's so cool. Okay, if you do want to get hold of any of your stamps, please check your baskets out. But the wonderful outlines, you need to be quick with these because they're so busy. Now, is our lovely Andy ready if I come back? He's ready. Andy, are you okay for us to come back?
Hi, I'm here, I reckon.
All right, cracking kid. What's next?
Well, basically... When you're constructing a watercolour painting especially, it also works with oil or most 2D original works. The general rule is you start at the back and you work forwards.
Right.
Okay, now the idea of that is, you see, that in aerial perspective, a bit of technical talk for you, aerial perspective, in the background it's low contrast, okay, very little difference between black and white, for instance. The further forward you come, the greater the difference, or the higher the contrast. Now what that means is, if you start light at the back, every time you come forwards, you can actually increase your contrast, which means you're able to work over anything you've done before and or use anything you've done before as a reference.
Of course.
It's a bit technical and it's
no,
a bit...
that's good, I get it.
Well, if you sit down and think about it with a cup of tea and map it out in biscuits...
Yep. Jammy Dodgers. Yeah.
Do you know what? I do not like jammy Dodgers.
Oh,
I don't
Andy,
like
I always
jam.
thought you were a bit... But that's pushed it. You don't like a jammy Dodger, Andy?
No. Bourbon cream man myself. So.
Strange choice.
Think man's biscuit.
A what?
Thinking man. A thinking man's biscuit. Or a Garibaldi.
Oh, we all love the Garibaldins.
Can't go wrong with a dead fly biscuit.
Oh no. Anyway, crack on.
Yeah. Meanwhile, back at the ranch.
Back at your contrast.
Back at the clearing in the forest. Right, what I've done is I've just rattled what's called a raz up. Okay, a little bit of umber and a little bit of sienna, and I've made a mix between them, and I've come up with a sort of, effectively a brick red. Now, that's still moist.
Right.
If it was wet and you touch the two together, it would race into it, but it's dry enough that if you accidentally touch it, it's not going to migrate into your previous wash, which will ruin it, and everybody's seen it happen.
Yeah, definitely. So do you, Andy, do you normally allow your colours to dry naturally? Do you give them a bit of a blast with a heat gun or something?
Oh, I've got this thing about people that automatically assault their paintings with heat guns.
Yeah.
No, I don't like them. Not water. It might be okay for cards and this, that, and the other, and something that's fairly coarse medium.
Yeah.
When you're drying glue and stuff like that. But watercolour is an incredibly fragile medium. It's lovely, it's fantastic, very benign, but it takes nothing to upset it.
Yeah.
Now I'll tell you what happens in paint, watercolour paint.
Yeah.
It is relevant to what people are going to be doing when they're colouring these in. So it is relevant to the show. Sorry, I'm banging the table, I think. The pigment itself that you get in the tube is made up from the pigment, the ground pigment itself, and a medium called substrate called gum arabic.
Oh yes.
Okay, and this is what it's held in suspension in. This is what gives it a lot of its sort of flowing properties, this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
Now, if you actually paint it down, it remains in the wash, and then you hit it with a hairdryer, for want of a better word, or a heat gun.
Yeah.
What will happen is that gum arabic actually melts.
Right.
And then it sets when you take the heat away. And what you've done is you've effectively created a creme brulee.
Right, okay. Yeah.
You get this top.
Get a crunchy top.
It polishes, it goes hard, it like seals it, which means that your next layer, watercolour layer, is not actually going to work as well, or certainly as you expected.
Right, okay.
Now,
yeah, that makes sense.
That sounds very dramatic for very little, but it's important as you move along and you become more and more proficient with your techniques and what you're doing, what you're trying to do, and what you're expecting to happen.
Yeah.
These things will throw you, and if you don't know why...
Yes. Yeah. It's good to know the reasoning. We've got about 3 minutes, Andy, and I just need to tell people we are now limited stock. Please check your baskets out, less than 10% limited stock. But you've got probably about 2 minutes, actually, Andy.
Really?
Yeah, man.
I mean, really?
I know, well, it did take 24 minutes just...
Just mixing, talking about waffle on my plate. I love my plate.
You've been chatting about cream brulees. I'm only teasing.
There's nothing wrong with a creme brulee.
No, there ain't. Everything right about a creme brulee. Anyway.
Yeah. The only trouble is I'm more of a custard tart man.
That doesn't surprise us.
I don't often go out for meals and stuff, but when it comes to the pudding, and it's a pudding, not a sweet.
Absolutely, it is.
Yeah, she'll say, does sir want cream or custard?
But
and I'm saying, do I look like a cream or a custard bloke? And they always bring me custard.
Oh, are you joking? Custard's great.
I know, it's fabulous. Right, I'm going to do that flat lift again.
Super. And look at that. And that, I mean, you hardly put any pressure on that, and it's just lightened it unbelievably.
Yeah. But the thing I was after, this is probably not reading very well on the screen, but you can't see it, but with the light pressure, I've got differences.
Yeah. Yeah.
In the strength. It's very subtle, and I hope it shows up, but there.
No, it does. Yeah.
And again, once you get more proficient and once you start to get excited, it's a phenomenal subject. I am a natural watercolourist. It's what I am. And I can't do it because it's too wet. But what I'm going to try and do, just for
Got
the
about
effect,
30 seconds, our Andy.
you can now take each.
Yeah. And this just adds a bit more depth to it, doesn't it, I suppose?
Bit of character, you know, and again, a little bit of...
Yeah. Andy,
I'm very
my love,
aware now.
I'm going to
You
have to
go in.
leave you.
Hey, I don't... It's happened before.
It's happened before. It's probably
Work that
happen
out.
again, but at 1 o'clock. Andy, we are going to have to say goodbye to you. We're back with you at 1 o'clock, though, aren't we?
Yes, all things being equal.
All things being equal, my dear. Thank you, Andy. I do love your shows. Everybody, please check out your baskets. What you need to... Oh, have I lost my mic? Sorry, I think I might be speaking to my belly. Check your baskets out. Don't miss out. If it did go funny, that were my stomach. Sorry. We'll see Andy at 1. Funny. I felt this thing drop. Anyway, coming up next, it is Cool Cat Scots. It's your perfect finish. We've then got the Mighty Ranger, and then off that one that is special, which is divine. Stay tuned to Hochanda.
Exciting news! For the 5th year in a row, Hochanda has been awarded the top accolade of Platinum Trusted Service Award from Feefo. These awards recognise businesses that deliver exceptional experiences as rated by you, our customers. And we're honoured to have been selected. The Trusted Service Award means you can shop with confidence, based on the reviews from over 60,000 Hochanda customer experiences. Thank you for your independent reviews. It means a lot to us.
Hello, my name's Stuart and I'm the Managing Director of Oakwood Archer. Oakwood Archer is a family-run business and my son and my daughter work very hard with me to bring the best craft items to you in the UK. We specialise in high-quality items brought into the UK from all over the world, including brands like Kaisercraft, Spellbinders and Impression Obsession. Working with Hochanda is fantastic for us. It gives us the opportunity to bring all of these brands and all of these products from all over the world direct to you, the crafter in the UK. Our products include stamps, dies, papers, buttons, trimmings, ribbons and album making kits. Just about everything you need to be a good crafter. So please don't miss Oakwood Archer shows on Hochanda.
Hi, this is Els from Elizabeth Craft Designs. Elizabeth Craft Designs is a Colorado-based company. It's a family company, so husband, son, daughter all work in the company, and then a fantastic team of designers, because a company cannot exist without a great team around yourself. What we would like to share with you is my passion for crafts. We love all the concepts we have, so we have from cute till classic and beautiful designs. We love our journaling planner line, and we are going to bring you our ideas, our passion, and we hope to transfer that passion to you. So please join Elizabeth Craft Designs here at Hochanda.
Did you know you can watch Hochanda 24 hours a day, 7 days a week using the Hochanda app on your Amazon Fire Stick for free? Just like your smartphone accesses an app store to add new applications, your Amazon Fire Stick accesses the Amazon App Store to add new applications. By downloading the Hochanda app, you'll be able to access your favourite craft channel on your TV anytime you want to watch. Here's how to do it. Simply turn on your TV and connect your Amazon Fire Stick. If this is your first time using the device, follow the on-screen instructions to connect to the internet and log into your Amazon account. Once set up, you'll need to open the search bar. To do so, simply use your remote circular directional dial to scroll to the search icon and select it. Now simply type Hochanda into the search bar and this will take you to the Hochanda app. All you need to do now is select download, and remember, it's free. Once this is added to your Fire Stick, you can move the app for easy access. Press and hold your home button on any app and then select apps from the menu that appears. Scroll down to the Hochanda app and press the button with the 3 horizontal lines on your remote and select Move to Front. And that's it! You can now watch, purchase and catch up with your favourite shows 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on your TV whenever you feel crafty.
Hi, I'm Lucy from Sweet Poppy Stencils, the Craft Station Limited. We're a craft retailer and we specialise in stainless steel stencils. Our stencils are manufactured in metal. This allows us to have designs that are intricate. We also have new products coming on board, our craft bonds, our pole drops, and our acrylic paints are joining us. We've recently joined Hochanda and we're really excited. This allows us to demonstrate and show our products. We know customers like seeing the demonstrations, so make sure you tune in and don't miss the Sweet Poppy shows on Hochanda.
Hello there and welcome back. Welcome back to what's going to be busy, because we already are. Busy hour ahead of us. So I do urge you to jump ahead and have a little look, because we're always busy when the lovely Maggie is joining us. Good morning, Maggie. How you doing?
Good morning, everybody. Morning, Kay. Kay's back at base. She's still not allowed out to play yet.
I think she's got it right. She's got her feet up. She's got a cuppa in her hand. It's all right. We'll keep everything ticking over here. Don't you worry, Kay. We'll be ready for you the minute that you're back. So don't worry. And it's good to hear that you're watching as well.
Yeah.
Now, you guys have been busy. You've got some brand new things in a huge bundle.
We've got you something very different, but we're really excited about this, because this crosses over all crafts: your paper craft, your fabric, your album making, your card making. It's something that when you look at it, you just think, oh, okay, it's straight strips, but there is so much you can do with it. Think of your silhouette cards.
Very quickly, because already 10% of the stock has gone. So, over that. So, the details are on your screen. You are going to get this set of fabulous strips, which we'll tell you about in a moment. They are precision strips. We'll explain those in a few moments, so don't worry. Then you've also got, alongside those, you have got these amazing I wish I could roll my R's. Perfect finish with your faux grain. I love this. Play on grow grain with the finished samples that we'll share with you. Honestly, you cannot tell whether it is real grow grain ribbon or whether it is the faux grain, which you're going to get from these. Brilliant. Do make sure you take advantage of this bundle. Then down at the bottom, you've got your perfect finish fold over slotted strips as well. There's a lot that you can do with these, and obviously we're going to get to Maggie straight away as soon as we possibly can. I just want to show you the cutouts with these. There's going to be lots you can do with these. Now, obviously you were mentioning about the strips. Now, first thing that you told me about these is, although they've been put on a board, these are never ending. One end of the die is not got a cut edge.
Yeah. So as long as your piece of paper is, you can
just keep feeding
it through, and it'll work each time.
Love it. Now we've got all sorts of different strips here, different widths. So what have we got with regards to these?
Okay, so what we've done is we've actually given you graduated strips that go up in 1/8 of an inch increments.
Okay.
And you'll notice as well with the actual dies themselves, they're different colours.
Yes.
The darker blue ones are the 1/8, the 3/8, the 5/8 and the 7/8, so it's easy for you to distinguish them.
Right.
That's why we didn't bring them last month, because the colours got muddled up and we just thought it just won't work.
Okay.
Okay, so the idea is think about your Franken pages, your silhouette cards, your serendipity cards. It's to use up all your scraps of paper, but it's also to give you a really precise, professional finish.
Lovely.
Think about your wedding invitations. And the other thing is, Hayley, because when you die cut something, the edges are chamfered, aren't they? So when you stick 2 strips of paper together, it's like it's one page. I know it sounds really daft, but you can cut the pieces from your trimmer, and I've been doing that for years. But when you stick them together, you just don't have the... It's just so tactile as well.
Well, this is it. And if you want those layers, straight away we start adding something behind them.
Yeah.
But with
there's just so much you can do with it. And when we used to do workshops, a lot of our pages have 5/8 of an inch black card strips with matting on top. People were really struggling to cut that. So we used to cut them quite often before the workshop.
Oh, wow.
That took ages too. So this is really, it's a kit that once you've got it in your stash, I think you'll go to it time and time again. And think of paper weaving as well.
The variants that you've got, I mean, you're talking millimetres or, well, 1/8 of inches.
But when you mat them on top of each other, you've got a perfect border each side.
And that's what you've got there. You've got dark cardstock sitting on top of your craft card.
So you've got your 7/8 on your 1 inch, you've got your 5/8 on your 3/4.
But it doesn't stop there. 20% of the stock has gone. So let's talk about the perfect fitted, the fold over slotted strip. Now this looks effective.
Right. Okay. Now this is a concept that's. I'm an album maker and I like flaps that you open.
Right, yeah.
If you use a fancy die, or we've got one of our never-ending dies that has a lovely slotted finish like that, it only cuts one side. So when you turn it over, you see a raw edge of the die.
Right.
That was driving me mad. So we've designed it. If you look at the sample there, you can see there's a really, really fine score line between the two lines of dots there.
Up there.
Okay.
It's like an outing.
It's designed that when you fold it over, it perfectly mats. Kay's actually done a different sample there that that just shows the background up on it, but it will actually mat, so you've got holes still showing through.
Love it. Perfect.
Okay.
So there you go. We'll see that in action. I think this is one of the ones that you kind of need to see it working to get the concept.
And the distressed edge, the other side, the fold over strip doesn't have a cut. It's not a never-ending strip, but it doesn't have a cutting line one side. So the idea is you can do your fold over
that could
flaps.
be as deep a piece of card as you like.
Yes, as deep as you can get through your die cutting machine.
So it doesn't cut that edge.
No.
No, so that's just kind of artistic purpose. But what you will be able to use is whether you're using a 3-inch strip, a 6-inch strip, 10-inch, 12-inch, whatever width you've got, you are going to be able to use that depending on your machine.
Through your die cutting machine.
30% of the stock of this bundle has gone. Then you've got your perfect finish faux grain. Oh, this is incredible.
This is my favourite. I love this. Let me just show you this one quickly. Okay. Just very quickly. Okay, we pop this on Facebook.
Just mind your microphone, darling.
Oh, sorry. How's that?
That's it.
Okay, so we pop this on Facebook.
I think this is where it's caused a stir, because when you look at it, this is phenomenal.
And you know, I used to demonstrate for Oakwood Archer.
Yes.
And we used to bring grosgrain ribbon. It used to drive Stuart mad because I said, please, 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 grosgrain. He said, yes, but we have to cut it and wind it by hand. But I love this. This is something that you can just use time and time again. This is a never-ending strip.
Has this been done with it in here as well?
Yes.
I know you pointed it out in here.
No,
which page was it? I forgot which page it was.
If you keep going through, you'll see one that's done. That's with actual ribbon.
Right.
But let me show you what Clever Kay has done here, and quite a
third of the stock of those dies have gone there.
Right,
I forgot which piece it was.
Have a look at this one here.
There we go. That's it.
Right, the faux grain comes in 3 widths. 3mm, 6mm, 10mm, just like the grosgrain ribbon.
That cross effect.
That's a little. This is the 3mm one here.
Wow.
Okay.
And you can see all those little lines that you'd normally get with your grosgrain ribbon.
You can just do so much with them.
There you go. And you can see it on the card here as well.
On the card.
So it gives you that look, that grain finish that you've got in there. Yeah. With those straight edge dies as well, those strips, you can actually cut your fabric, put your stabiliser on the back of there to support your fabric, which is nothing that we're not used to, and you can create your own. And this looks like ribbon. It actually looks like ribbon. Even your felt now, amazing value for money. Oh my goodness, right, okay. We're busy. We are very, very busy. Now, we can go over to Maggie in just a few moments, but you've got a huge saving on your screen. You're saving a whopping great £17. Everybody is going to get a saving with this one. But guess what? Freedom members, you are saving extra. Look at that price. You are saving £24.20. Wow. Bringing the price down to just £64.77. But it gets even better. You can spread the cost. Details on your screen there. So for just £32.39 delivered to your door, you can get hold of these. It's not surprising that 40% of the stock has gone of these. It's a why not deal. You know what that means. Why not become a Freedom member to simply take advantage of this? Because the savings that you're going to get with this particular bundle far outweigh the cost of your actual membership, which is what, £5.97 now. So queues on the phones, busy on the website. We better get straight over to Maggie. So over to you, Maggie.
Okay, so what I was going to do is I was just going to show you through a few of the albums.
Please do,
just to
go
show
for
you.
it.
I think it's really important so you can see how they work. There will be videos coming out as well with the strips and what you can do with them. Again, it's taking us a little bit longer to get them out at the moment,
That's fine,
but we will get there. So this first one here is done by Jane, and you know Jane, she does beautiful albums. She's one of our DT team, and she's made a little birthday book this time. So along here we have the faux grain ribbon. This is the 10mm, and she's used some of our slotted strips. And then she just kept through, we'll keep going. Right, here, it did take her a long time, she said, but here, she's got her grow grain, but she's actually woven it into the background paper.
If you were to show that, if that was to be on the TV, well, it is on the TV, but we'd look at that and we'd think it was real ribbon.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then here, she's used the other plain strips, and she's done paper
nice
weaving.
idea.
She's used the
Paper weave,
scraps.
yeah.
So, you know, we're looking now more and more, because we've had lots of people ask in the group, what can we do with the bits and pieces we've got left over? Because we make big albums and then you've got bits left over, and you'll be amazed at what you can do. Here's another one here she's done. This time she's used the slotted strip dies.
Now we've got all of these dies
Yes,
that are
we
being
have.
mentioned. You can jump onto the website and find all of these. Your closures and brads, you can, for instance, are at
Yeah.
the bottom of your screen.
But you can just see the texture there. But that's not ribbon, that's the faux grain.
That is, it's so effective.
You need to play with your die cutting machine,
Okay.
and it depends what weight of card or paper you use. The heavier the card, the better the effect.
Okay.
If you find your die cutting machine, you're not getting quite as a textured effect as you want, pop a shim in, but it's very much playing with it.
Things like pearlescent cardstock, I should imagine, would be
we've
good
done
with
that
it.
as well. Yeah, I mean our dies are workhorses. We don't have gaps in the middle.
Yes.
They're solid. They'll go through time and time again. You will find if they've been through your die cutting machine a few times, they might be a little bit bendy when they come out.
Yeah.
Just put them back into shape. And we have actually also got a tool die storage folder that's on the show.
Ah, so
it'll hold it in place. So that's that one there. That's the perfect finish edge there. She's used grow grain here. And then she's just used these straight strips along there.
Molly, did I just hear you right then? Did you just say approaching 80% of the stock?
Oh, thank you. I have to say, we whacked more stock on as well. We were really nervous about this. We weren't sure. I said to Cal, I'm going to cry and collapse, but I won't. I'll just eat chocolate. We were really nervous about this, but we did put more stock on because we thought if people get the concept,
and you sell out time and time again. Don't regularly see like 10 minutes it's sold out, 15 minutes it's sold out. 80% of the stock has gone now. We were approaching a few moments ago. In fact, it's over now. So if you want to get hold of these, please do not leave it too long, because you could potentially miss out on this one. And make sure you're a Freedom member. And don't forget, if you're not checking your basket out in a timely fashion, then you will lose out on these. And we will let people know when they go, if it's a case of that any have fallen back out of stock. Sorry, carry on.
Okay, right. So this is the concept. This is when we were talking about the fold-over strip.
Oh, yes.
Okay, now can you see here?
Oh, the little holes, yes.
Yeah, I'll put paper behind, but it's like that this side. Beautiful finish this side. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you've got it there. That's perfect.
Wonderful. And then you're going to...
And then
you need to open the book up, don't you?
Turn it over.
Can you slide it over so that you can
that?
have a look at the same position? Brilliant.
Is that better?
That's fine.
Yeah.
You keep it still. We'll come to you, don't worry.
Right, okay. So that's one side. Okay, so you can see the, and then the other side is exactly the same. But they're just so beautiful to work with, and they make the pockets a bit stronger as well.
It just gives everything that professional edge, and that's the key thing with these.
Yes, yeah. Okay, right. So this one, this album is made completely out of bits and pieces I had left over from a wedding album that I did.
Okay.
So I've got my faux grain on there, got little tiny thin strips there. On the back, I've cut my strips. We've got our mitre tool on end of call, so you can do perfect mitre corners. But it helps you to blend difficult patterns together. It's all from the same collection, but then you can blend it from there. So then we started, I'll take that one out. Right, this one here, this was like a bit of paper weaving, but they're all pockets that you can tuck things into. Right, this one here, I'm actually going to take this one off so you can see it better. Right, this is what's called a franking page.
Oh, okay, right.
Okay.
I did wonder when you said earlier on franking pages.
So usually when you see that it's in scrapbooking, you're using up your old scraps and making bits and pieces. So I think because I'm a bit OCD, I like franking pages, but they're a bit too rough and ready for me. I like precision, okay? So yes, it does take time, but I just popped all my little bits of paper, different sizes with my straight strip dies, and then I built a page up. And because it's from the same collection, it all works beautifully together. Gorgeous. And this is one of the things, as you're building it up, do it on artist tack or just lay it out. Don't stick it down, because you'll go back to it time and time again and think, oh, I don't like that bit.
Yeah.
Now I'm looking at this and I still don't like this bit, so at some point I may try and get that out and put something else in.
Okay, or layer on top or do something, yeah.
Okay, so this page here, I just had a bit of that orange and a bit of that. So I just cut the strips. Fabulous. And then I just made it into a paper.
It extends the use of that orange.
Extends the use of it. But if you run your hands, I can't explain it, but it's just so tactile, and it's not like you've cut it from a trimmer. Sounds really daft.
Now we are limited in stock with regards to that bundle. Now Kay has just phoned in. Hiya, Kay. She just wanted to say hello and that she's watching as well. So thank you for that. It's good to know you've got your company. Everybody's loving what you're bringing to us. You know that, though. Of course, if you're watching, you will realise just how busy we are. We are looking at limited stock, and we are not even 15 minutes into the hour, and we are down to single figures with these. Please make sure you are checking your baskets out. It's only fair, if you've got these in your baskets, then please make the commitment to get hold of them, because there's people that have missed out on these because you are going to have them in your basket. So that is the key thing. Check your baskets out, and then that means that you are going to get them on their way to you. Details on the screen there, 088576. Technically they have gone. It's kind of just a matter of time, wasn't it, before it happened. So thank you to everybody for taking advantage of those as well. So if you're wanting to get hold of those, then you've done it. You've got those on the way to you. So yeah, details on the screen. I'm hesitating there just because I'm just getting messages through in my ear to let me know that we've got a little bit. It's not even the full word little. That smaller quantity that we have got available for you with a 3-day delay. The 22nd, nowhere near the quantity that we started off with. So you need to be quick. That's the key thing. So if you're on the phone line, don't hang up. Hang on to that phone line. Keep your place in the queue. You'll be able to get hold of these fingers, toes, and everything in between cross. And if you're shopping online, check your order out. That's the key thing. I think we can kind of say that they like these.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, everybody. So, but our big thing is join our Facebook group and please show us what you do with them, because I'm sure lots of you have got ideas in your head that we've never even thought about, and we would love to see them.
Share those ideas. Now, of course, those aren't the only things that we've got on the show, so I'm just very quickly going to show you some of the other things, because lots of you will have jumped ahead and had a look, I'm sure. Now, we're busy for this particular product. This one is a really brilliant one. Here you've got your clever closures, being careful how I say that, and your brad flaps. And I'm not going to lie, I looked at this first of all and thought it was a toilet seat. But there you go.
Say that because when we were doing our die designs, that's what we in the company used to call them, loo seats.
Oh, I see. Oh, there you go. But it doesn't actually cut a hole in the middle, though. That's just so you're not using as much metal. But with this one, over 40% of the stock has gone. £12.99 being your price. We've got a fabulous little board here to show you how they cut out. So obviously, you've got your different dies that create your little formations, your circles, your ovals, and your little pentagons. And the idea is they're making these fabulous little flaps. So the little holes that you've got at the top there are for your brads, and then your magnet will hold your piece in place when you're doing things like your memory books. Isn't that a clever idea? Then you've got your different shapes. I love these because they're just the right size if you're wanting to put a letter or a number, or maybe some of the stamps that we're going to be sharing with you as well will fit in there beautifully. Half the stock has gone. So 799950. I'm going to be a bit naughty. I'm actually going to bring those stamps in just to illustrate why it's a good idea to go for these as well, because what you will see is you will see all these little elements here that will give instructions like pull, lift, open, all of these. You can actually put those on there, stamp them onto those pieces, and then whoever receives it knows that what they've got to do is lift that area. So these stamps are very, very affordable, always popular, regularly selling at £11.99. You're getting 22 of those stamps. They work in lots of different scenarios as well, but absolutely ideal to work with these. So that's why I thought I'd better mention them while we were talking about the closures. 799950. Now, slit slots. I'm sure you and Kay do this to trip us up with these names, you know.
Actually, Janice was the first person that had to say those.
Was it? Yeah. Oh, yes. You just have to pause and breathe. That's the key thing. Now, with these, you can see you've got a whole collection of 10 dies with regards to these, and you've got 2 different colourways. Now, there's a reasoning behind that. Let me explain. Because you've got one set of dies that will cut your little slots. And of course Maggie will explain this in a little while as well. Then you've obviously got your outer areas, and you've kind of got your